Welcome back, everybody, to another KC Sports Report live stream. And I'm sorry if the other one that you guys were anticipating got canceled. I tried to get it on my other computer, but that is actually having some technical difficulties. So I created the new one. I hope the same amount of people get to see this one like they did the old one. We're going to have LA Original on. He's a Chargers fan. We'll talk Chiefs Chargers. I have somebody coming on later who is who's a Chiefs Instagram page, and we'll give predictions for this week. So we'll try to do that. I'm sorry if anybody got a little bit confused because of the whole live situation and me having to change live streams, and so I'm glad that we kind of have it situated now. But here's LA. Yo, what's going on, LA?
What's going on, brother?
Just ready to talk some Chiefs Chargers. It's good to get a separate.
Oh, really? I thought we were going to talk Lakers Nuggets, dude. What the hell am I doing here, Chiefs Chargers?
That's a very good question.
Why am I here? Why am I here? We're going to get beat by 75 points. Why am I even going to talk about it?
That's a very good point. But okay, so you're one of the more realistic Chargers fans. I mean, I know there's only 3 Charger fans, but
yes,
but the ones that there are, you kind of know rationally that this is going to be a game that could go very south for the Chargers. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen in this game?
Well, you know me, dude. I'm playing both sides of the field here. Again, easily it could get out of hand, but history would show that we could keep this game very close. Again, just because you are clearly the better team. I could really see this being a 14-20 game. And we'll probably miss 3 field goals, and we'll be left after on the post game. And I'll tell you, if we only made those field goals, we could have won this game. I just don't think it's going to be a blowout, man. I know a lot of people are saying that, this game could be anywhere from 38 to 40 and stuff like that, dude. But I really do not see that happening. I think this is going to be even with our horrible offense, I still think we're going to make this a game, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if we did win. It could happen.
Can Tyrod put points on the board? We did not see it against the Bengals.
No. Dude, it just depends. I mean, I'm really hoping we have a better game plan, because I don't know if that was just Tyrod not being able to take control of this offense, or if it was just the Chargers just flat out weren't ready for that game. It kind of looked like the second, dude. It looked like we just had no idea what we were doing on offense. Even when we were running the ball effectively, it's like the Chargers just were like, oh, no, let's not do that. Let's try something else. So I don't know if that's all on Tyrod, or is it just that we just had a horrible game plan, man. And yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I've already told you, I feel like your defense is going to be capable. You could score on that defense. Now, are we going to be able to do it? Only one way to find out. But
yeah. I think that you guys play us you guys do play us the toughest,
right?
Recently, as it is. But I think that you guys are just going to have to score points. And if you can score points, it'll be a close game. But I think you got to score mid-20s to even, if you guys can score 24 points, 24 to 28 points, it'll be very interesting. It'll go down to the wire, I think.
Yeah. And let's be honest, dude. Everybody's taking it from just one game, and everybody's ready to just say the Chargers just aren't, but people have bad games, man. It's just, and the thing of it is, like I was saying before, is that I think with the Chiefs being able to score at will, I think that would kind of put some pressure on Tyrod to where he knows he has to, because it seemed like with the Bengals game, when we needed a big play, Tyrod would get it. And, yes, we struggled. We took 3 field goals in that game. We made 2 of them, but that's going to be the difference. I think we can move the ball. We're just going to have to get it in the end zone. That's obviously the key. And that's something that we've been struggling, even with Phillip Rivers, is that once the Chargers get in that red zone, man, it's I don't know. You go I don't know if you remember Marty Schottenheimer, but he used to call it the gold zone.
Oh, yeah.
And the Chargers our offense is completely different when it's inside the 20, dude. So yeah, we're just gonna have to, again, just see if Tyrod would light a fire under his ass with your offense, obviously being better than the Cincinnati Bengals. So again, we'll just have to see.
I mean, to be fair, it was week 1. Like,
Yeah,
we saw a lot of bad games week 1. So, I mean, anything is possible. And like you said, I mean, we play them close every year. I mean, if the Chargers can keep this a 1-score game, I'll be impressed. I'll be very impressed.
Yeah.
But Andy, what do you think? How do you think the game's going to go?
I think that's a good question. I think both teams are going to have a bad start in the first quarter. I think it's going to be a slow start, in my opinion, in the beginning of the game.
We just love to start slow early now. I don't know why, but
I know. And then later on, we freaking pick up the pace. We get our momentum later on.
See, and Tyrod is good in one case where he's not throwing 6 interceptions in a game.
No.
So you got that going for you. But
yes.
But
yes.
Do you guys think that you can stop the run?
Of course we can. I've already told this to Casey Kidd, which he is not a believer in. If you guys come out with the same game plan you did against Texans, just forget about it. Because if you try to run on, I'm telling you, man, you go back and you look and see. That's one thing I am very confident in, is the way this team stopped the run. Joe Mixon is, he's not, top 10 or top 5 running backs in my opinion, but he's a very good one. And we pretty much locked them up. So, hilarious, by the way, is, I mean, he's a nice looking running back, but again, I just honestly didn't see anything too special about him. I think it was just Houston's defense is just that bad, man. They weren't missing tackles. They looked horrible. I don't think the Chargers come out with that same energy.
If Clyde gets 150 on the ground, I mean,
if he does, then I'll come on here and I'll tell you I was 100% wrong. But I think if the Chargers do lose this game, of course it'll be because of Patrick. Well, actually, that's the thing. It's never been because of Patrick we've lost to you. It's been usually Phillip Rivers being so giving and, giving you, 2, 3, 4 interceptions a game. And that's the one thing I was going to say, too, man. Tyrod Taylor, though he may not be as accurate, I think maybe he threw 1 or 2 bad passes where the Bengals had the opportunity to get the ball. Other than that, man, he's not going to take the risk, so that makes me feel good. But like I said, we still have to turn those drives into touchdowns, not just field goals. But, back to the whole Edward-Helaire, man. I'm telling you, I just think Linval Joseph is just a monster, man. He really looked good. And then on top of that, Jerry Tillery. So get ready for the interior guys, man. Not just focusing on Bosa and Ingram, which Bosa, who knows if he's even going to play. If he doesn't play, that just takes, I've been saying we have a 30% chance. That'll take it all the way down to 5%. If Bosa doesn't play, which would fucking suck. Or sorry, would freaking suck. Would freaking suck. Would freaking suck. Gosh darn it, But, like I said, man, I don't think I'm not worried about the run. I'm just worried about freaking Mahomes,
Yeah,
so
you're fine. But dude, I think that if Clyde doesn't have a good game, Tyreek will have 100+ yards, or Kelsey will have 100 yards. I mean, if Clyde doesn't have a good game, it's because Mahomes decided to use someone else. I mean, that's how good this offense is. And dude, Derwin being out really hurts you guys.
Yeah, but Derwin, man, even last year, obviously he wasn't there. Or he might have been there, but he was just coming off as a backup. So Derwin, like I said, man, losing him is not big because we didn't have him last year and our defense was still pretty good. So it's we kind of got used to not having him. Of course, his rookie year, he was amazing, but it is what it is. I mean, these guys, unfortunately, just can't stay healthy. But like I said, man, it's just one of those things where he played 5 games, but he never really, once he came back, he wasn't his full self. And so, yeah. And then also to your point, who I'm more concerned about in this game is Kelsey, because Drew Tranquill, would it have been Drew Tranquill to cover him? Who knows? But he's gone for the year as well. So I don't know if they put Kenneth Murray on him or who they exactly put on Kelsey, but it doesn't matter who you put on Kelsey. Kelsey's still going to get his catches. So, yeah. It is what it is, man. What can you do?
Dude, at the same time, I want this to be a good game. I think that it'll be a good game for Chiefs fans, but dude, I can't see it being close. I mean, I think this team is just so much better. And I think we've improved. And I think that who was it? Was it Nate on your channel? He was like, oh, maybe they're saving it for this. Dude, you had nothing last week. I mean, hopefully it was just week 1. But if it's not, dude, it's going to be like 50-13.
Brandon Rogers, what did I say? I said Limbaugh. What did I say?
No, Argo.
He's talking about Argo. He spelled it wrong. He put Limbaugh.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, I know I said Limbaugh Joseph. Or I might have just said Limbaugh.
Calm down, LA. Calm down.
Yeah. Well, when it's Brandon Rogers, I can't calm down. So, but well, let me ask you this, man, because I don't hear anybody talking about the other side of the coin. What if the Chiefs lose this game?
It'd be really bad. It'd be really bad.
That would be terrible. I'll make a big ass rant on Sunday.
Because honestly, dude, if we lose this game, that Ravens game is going to have to be a must win.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not that it isn't already, but dude, that would be tough. Dude, if we lost this game, I'd just laugh because I can't see it personally. I think I was watching this thing called stats to know for this game. We've won the last 9 out of 10. We've had a pick in 8 of the last 10 games. We've had that explains Phillip Rivers, but I mean we've just dominated in every statistic. So I mean maybe it'll change, but I see us winning big on Sunday, just personally.
See, here's I'm reading the comments. First of all, you know what I'm going to tell you, Darcy. Your Chiefs fan base is so you know what I've been telling you. But here's Ace Boogie, who's been on my live streams. Now he's going to say I'm on the spectrum. Oh, optimism. I thought he said I was on the spectrum. My bad. I read that wrong. Oh, shit. Shoot. My bad, Ace Boog. You know I got love for you, brother. I read that wrong. Oh God, why is he in here?
We got
I don't know. You weren't to be in here, but why is Ash in here?
Why is this dumbass Raider fan here?
I know that's Ash Raider. He's the only one that uses that logo.
Yeah, isn't that Ash Raider the one who only takes bubble baths?
I know it's Ash Raider because he's a Yankee. He's a Yankees fan, and he loves to say the Red Sox suck, and so do I. So that's how I know it's him.
Hey, Darcy, you got to take control of this stream.
Yep.
Charger Chief. Well, I should say Charger Chiefs fans only.
It's getting out of control.
Yeah. I can't see
this game's going to be out of control.
Yeah. LA is trying to make his best points, but dude, it's just Patrick Mahomes. That's all we got to really say.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. But like I keep saying, Patrick Mahomes, he might struggle a little bit. He might, because the other part that really impressed me too about week 1 was that we generated so much pressure with just the front 4, man. It was damn. And I know Cincinnati's offensive line is horrible, but if we could do something similar, then like I've always said, dude, getting pressure on Mahomes doesn't mean anything, to be honest, because he'll find a way out of it. But I do hope we do come with that same energy on defense at least, and maybe get a stop or two early on, and I still got to try to score, but
dude, if we can stop the run, it's over. It's over. But yeah, so Andy, what do you think the final score is going to be?
You said what?
What do you think the final score is going to be?
My final score? My final score is 30-17.
Okay, a little less of a blowout than I would have thought. What about you?
The Chargers give us a fucking headache because
they do.
I mean, they don't stop Patrick Mahomes, but they know how to contain him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I guess, has Derwin ever played against Mahomes?
2017. No, he didn't play in 17, huh?
No, I don't remember during James playing in 2007 Chargers.
No, James played 2017.
I don't remember Derwin James ever playing.
Oh boy, freaking Urag.
I can't even think of a game he's played in.
You just became a Chiefs fan, so
LA.
Oh, just kidding. What?
Give us the secret weapons. Who are your secret weapons?
What was that?
Give us your secret weapons. Remember the supposed secret, not the long.
It's been built up too much. I'm scared to say it now.
Well, you should be scared anyway. But
ooh, well, boy, if you did watch the game, right, against the Bengals?
I watched part of it.
Okay, well, all that really mattered was the last field goal, right? You saw that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what I was praying for in that? I said, please miss it. And then God struck that boy in the leg. So God is on my side. So I don't really believe in all that too much. But there you go. Don't let me pray. Don't let me pray for something because I might get it.
LA secret weapon, prayer.
Prayer. There you go.
Yeah, Chargers.
There you go.
LA. Okay, no, I'll just leave it at that. Prayer.
No, wait, what were you gonna say?
Weapon. No, I'll leave it at that.
All 7 Chargers fans will be praying.
Yeah. Hey, dude, prayer is strong. You know, prayer is strong, and yes, all 7. We get it.
Dude, you're lucky that no one's allowed in there.
Well, I mean, again, this is not something the Chargers don't know how to do. I mean, if there was more Chief fans, nothing new, so I mean, just think of it like this, dude. Teams do good on the road sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Just because you're on the road doesn't mean you'll lose. It just sucks that we never have a home game, but okay, whatever. Like I said, dude.
Road team. You guys are a permanent road team.
Yeah, there were nomads. It's okay, bro. Like, it's not dude, every time this conversation comes up, I'm like, you do know that teams win on the road, right? So, okay, you're telling me that we don't have fans. Okay, I know that already. I mean, I've been knowing that for the last 6 years, dude. It's nothing new. That's why it's like when it keeps coming up. All right, just make sure you have every advantage in the world. Just make sure to beat this team. That's all I got to say to that. And yeah, it's lucky for us that there are no fans because not that it would matter. I guarantee you, even when they're pumping in the crowd noise, it's going to be chanting defense when we're on the field. I don't care.
It's going to come crowd noise to the other team.
We're used to it. It doesn't matter, dude. Like that's why it's like, okay, this team, we had the same problem. We went 12-4 in 2018 with no fans. So again, I get that our fan base sucks. I mean, what do you want me to do? Am I in denial and thinking, no, our fan base is strong? I mean, then I'd be a damn idiot if I thought that, So, yeah.
Start a petition to get LA some more fans.
Dude, I mean, I just think.
Which one, though? The Rams or the Chargers?
Anyone, dude. Hey, the Rams need just as much help as we do. That's why I was really hoping that this was normal because you would have seen it with Dallas coming in. The NFL did the Rams pretty bad right there to open up their new stadium against Dallas of all teams. You might as well have just made it the 49ers because that stadium would have been ran by the Cowboys easily.
Yeah.
But, luckily for them, there's no fans.
Bro. There's way more fans in LA than there are Rams and Chargers.
Yeah.
They just own that state.
Raiders, 49ers, Cowboys, whatever. Like there's more fans of everybody. But like I said, this isn't just a Charger problem. It's a Rams problem as well.
Popular teams in LA rather than the actual teams that play in LA. So you got, the 49ers, Raiders, Cowboys, Steelers, Packers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't live in LA, but I have a few friends that live in LA. One of them is actually a Rams season ticket holder, and he would just tell me all the time, yeah, our team, like 40% of our fans actually show up. 60% are just the opposing team's fans.
I wouldn't even know if the number's that high, dude. Honestly, 40% Ram fans.
He said 40% if they're lucky.
If they're winning,
sometimes like 30%, 30 to 40%.
Yeah, if they're winning, they'll be 40%.
Rams fans are still in St. Louis, dude. For whatever reason, if they didn't convert over to being Chiefs fans, they're still Rams fans.
Yeah,
I bet they're happy that they're Chiefs fans now.
Yeah.
And what's funny too is that the Rams' only Super Bowl came from St. Louis.
Yeah. When did they move to St. Louis? Was it in the
95?
95, yeah.
I'd say like 94, 95, something like that.
Okay, so they were not there for very long.
It was the same year when the Raiders moved back to Oakland because the Raiders were also in LA. So LA said "fuck you." So like the Rams and Raiders just said gave a double fuck you to the city of LA and just left.
Yeah, I forgot that the Raiders were once an LA team.
Yep. We were the only LA. We're still the only LA team to have ever brought a Super Bowl to the city of Los Angeles.
They've moved back and forth a couple of times, haven't they?
Yep. Every 25 years, we're moving.
Yeah.
When people see how
Wouldn't surprise me if we go back to
bad,
Oakland in like 2015.
when people see how bad LA is because we have Raider fans. Oh, never mind. That did it. That delivery came out kind of weak. I wanted to say something else, but we're on Darcy's channel.
No, you can do whatever you want. No one's gonna cancel me.
Nah, I'm just kidding, man. So, anyways, enough about the Rams. Let's get back to this game, and I don't know why the Raider fans in here, but you know what? Let's keep
if you want, I can leave. I just want.
I'm just playing, dude. I'm playing, Ash.
I just want you guys
so
to see my
sensitive
nickname because the Yankees are playing the Red Sox right now.
Let's get the outsider's point of view. What's gonna happen in our game on Sunday, Ash? God,
Talking to me?
so sensitive. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I think the Chiefs will win. I think the Chargers defense can make it close, but I just don't see your offense really, outscoring their offense. And I just feel like Tyrod's going to have a bad game because even though, like, Kansas City, like, they have a great offense, I still think, like, there's some weak spots in their defense. I think they do play well against divisional rivals. And I think Tyrod's going to struggle a little bit. I think he's going to get sacked a few times. I think he might throw a couple of interceptions. Again, your defense might keep you guys in this game, but overall, I just don't see how you guys can get the victory. I'm going to say Chiefs win. Final score, 26-14.
There you go.
That's very
there you go.
Really.
And look at the merchandise that U-Rag's pushing there. I think that's what got your video flagged, not the political stuff.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely because of that fake disease.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say it because I don't want Mike Darcy's video taken down, so I can't say it.
No, you're good. You actually they made it. You can say it now, so you're good.
Oh, we can say it now, but I still have to have a strike on my channel, and they take my video down, right?
Wait, you got a strike?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I made COVID related videos, and I've still been able to make money and stuff, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, I was definitely obnoxious about it, and definitely from a Republican conservative standpoint, which the YouTube liberals definitely don't like that shit. Almost all social media, all big tech is pretty much run by liberals. That's why only conservatives are getting canceled on Twitter and Facebook and shit like that.
Yeah. Chargers offense
but
couldn't light up a 5-watt bulb. I mean, it's true, LA. I mean,
Chargers offense. Let me see this here.
I'll put it on the screen.
So chat, yeah. Chargers offense couldn't light a 5-watt bulb, a 5-watt LED bulb. That's even less.
I mean that.
Okay.
Brother. All right, we are the lightning bolts, but okay. I get you. Well, here, like I said, I'll be back here Sunday or whenever Darcy puts up a live stream, and then we'll talk.
I think I'm gonna stream. I'll probably do a Chiefs stream every Friday. About
okay. Well, I don't know if I'll wait till Friday, but I'll still come in here Friday.
I'll make a special stream for you, LA.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, win or lose, I'll still be here, and then I could say how right you guys were, or don't let me win, man. Don't let me win. Give me a reason.
I mean, even if you guys lose by a touchdown, that's still a win.
I still say under 10 points, dude. I still say it's under 10 points. I feel that, like I said, our defense has gotten better again, even with all the injuries. And yes, we might have more injuries than players, or we might have more injuries than points, but I don't care because next man up. And I got my Bible next to me, and I will continue to pray. And
I'll be right back, and I'll explain it all to you. I gotta get something first. I'll be right back.
Do you getting his Bible too? Is this a Bible study hangout?
Yeah, we're gonna do a Bible study, so let's all get our Bible out.
John 3:1-6.
Doesn't matter which one it is.
I need it too because I kind of need that against the Saints this Monday night. So.
Oh, dude.
Let's talk about those Saints for a minute, if we can. I mean, I know it's a Charger Raider, but since you rags out.
Well, at some point in the video, I want to give week predictions. So if you guys have those on hand, we can do that. But we can talk that really quick.
So go ahead, Ash Raider.
But you want to talk? Wait, what?
Or
my
Ash,
analysis on the Saints game?
What do you think is going to happen in the Saints Raiders game?
You want the biased one or the unbiased one, or both?
Whatever one you want.
Okay, then biased. So I think we can actually win this game.
Everybody
think that the Raiders,
laughing.
Bias or unbiasedness, I think they're going to come out of this game with a whole lot of energy and confidence. They're going to feel good playing at their new stadium with no fans, but still, it's going to be awesome that they're going to be playing at Allegiant Stadium. New town and whatnot. I think this game, if we could play the same way we did offensively against Carolina, we can manage to win this game in a shootout. I'm just gonna throw a little bias and a little unbiasedness, but I don't know if I can see that happening because the Saints front seven is pretty dangerous, and I feel like they might get after Carr a little bit in this game. I think in order for us to win, we have to really manage the clock with Josh Jacobs. So we need to get Josh Jacobs going, and we got to get a lot of long drives going, just kind of manage the clock, try to keep the ball off of Drew Brees' hands. And, so my final score of this game, this is tough. I'm going to say, Raiders 28, Saints 24. But, we'll probably lose, but I don't know. But, I'm just excited to just watch our team play on Monday night in our new stadium. Yeah. I just hope it's not a blowout at the end of the day.
Dude, I don't play a lot of fantasy, but Josh Jacobs in fantasy, man, he had 30-something points.
Yep, he saved my fantasy team too.
Donnie asks, "Am I the only one not sold on the Broncos?" LA is not sold on the Broncos, but
I've actually been the only one. The only one.
I'm not sold on the Broncos. I think they're going to start 0-2 this weekend.
Yeah, but Darcy, explain to the people, what wasn't I saying they're a year away before all this?
Yes, and okay, so I made the video on
and you picked the Broncos to be second in the division.
I made a video on the AFC West, and I said that the Broncos will be the team to beat in the future. We're still, no offense, LA, we're going to this year.
Darcy, you were saying this season and I get it, it's only one game, whatever, but.
You guys are talking some borderline heresy right here.
After what they did, look at that. I guess he's getting drinks for everyone.
No, I'm gonna show you how this league works. But go ahead and finish your point.
What was it? That the Broncos are slightly overrated? Yes, I think I was saying that from the beginning.
Yep.
Yes. Ellie, you've been right so far. I mean, we'll see.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm saying the Chargers have a chance on Sunday.
Okay, don't go that far. Don't go that far.
If Ash Raider could sit there and say that the Saints will only score 24 points,
yeah, but no one
on that Raider defense that was horrible last week. then I could say that my Chargers have a chance to win this game.
If the Raiders win that
Carolina is not that bad offensively. They do have talent on that side of the ball outside of McCaffrey.
Very limited. I mean, we'll see.
I mean, they got receivers, and Bridgewater isn't really that bad of a quarterback. He needs a complete team around him in order for him to win. But other than that, he is pretty solid.
So to answer your question, Donnie, and thanks for the donation, I guess I might have bought in a little bit to the hype. And I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's just week 1, but yeah, I have them going 2-2. I don't think they're beating the Steelers, not from what we saw. So yeah, thanks for the question. I thought that the Broncos were going to be a little bit better offensively. And I said in the video, the Broncos will have a better offense and the Chargers will have a better defense. And so far, right. So far both offenses have looked terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the Chargers defense though, it will be better. I just have a feeling.
To be fair though, I mean, not that I would ever make an excuse for the Broncos, but losing Cameron Sutton, I think was the biggest.
Cortland Sutton.
Do I still say Cameron? God damn it. Yes. Okay.
Cameron.
I can't believe you're messing that up because that dude is going to get 25 touchdowns this year.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Well, I told Seb once he gets to 25 touchdowns, then I think I'll remember his name. But I'm not even doing it on purpose. But the fact is that there was, I think, 2 Bronco fans in there. I kept saying Cam. No one was correcting me. So it's kind of like I'm like, I've been saying Cam Sutton this whole entire time. Nobody corrected me. But whatever.
Okay. All right. Listen up.
Okay.
This is how it works. This is how it works. All right. Yeah. These 2 glasses that you see.
Yeah, okay, I know what he's doing.
These 2 glasses that you see right here represent the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, I'm using beer. I'm using beer because I know beer. So this glass right here, that's like completely full to the top. Like there's no more room for any more beer. That is the Chiefs offense, okay? Uh-huh. And then this glass here, it's just whatever full. That's the Chiefs defense, okay?
Mm-hmm. I say that glass is half empty, but go ahead. I'm just kidding. Just go ahead.
Well, it's half empty, it's half full, it's a third empty, it's a third full. It just doesn't matter what it is.
It's
as long as as long as it's not completely empty.
That's the way I feel about my defense. So yeah.
So what happens is year after year after year after year, you're gonna see this. The Chiefs are gonna do what they do, and then at the end of the year, a little bit of their offense is gonna deplete. You know what I mean? Like an example would be Kareem Hunt. You know what I'm saying? It happens. So at the beginning of every single year through the draft and free agency, the Chiefs are going to go like this. They're just going to continue to keep topping off that offense till it's all the way full. And then, obviously, the same thing happens on defense, right? You know, a little this, little that, you know. We lose people to free agency, injuries, yada, yada, yada. So you have less defense now. So then whatever you have left over after you've filled up the offense goes into defense. And what ends up happening is, considering you have the greatest quarterback that has ever lived as your quarterback, you have this curve that makes it so you only have to top off your offense just a little bit each year. And then all that extra beer gets to go into your defense. Where sooner or later, after, I'm going to guess about 4 or 5 years, this defensive glass will be completely full too. And then the Chiefs will just have the greatest team that has ever walked the face of the earth. And that's it. We win.
Science with Chief Urag.
Do you guys get it now?
I get it, but I
Yes.
think you forgot. You're not
Yes,
going to have
Professor,
salary
we get
cap.
it.
You're not going to have any more salary cap after, what,
Professor
4 years?
Urag.
I have to drink all this now.
Someone changed Chief Urag's name to Professor Urag.
Professor Urag is now his name.
So herein lies the way we're going to win this game. Is the Chargers team is the Chargers team is probably, I don't know. There's like a quarter of a can here.
Oh, God, here we go.
Case closed. Or unless you want to be these three empty cans, you can be them if you want.
Those three empty cans signify the other team.
No, don't you dare say the other teams. That's only for the Broncos.
In the most
Oh man. So yeah, there's my reasoning for how we're gonna win. Nah, I'll tell you the real one. Let me go put this in the fridge. I'll be right back.
Professor Urag out here just teaching us science. Oh man.
Salary cap. That's all I got to say to that. Salary cap. God damn, let the salary cap go down.
It goes up, dude. I mean,
I know. They're gonna in the NFL. You're the new darling, so they're gonna do everything they can to help Kansas City. As much as they can.
The salary cap ain't gonna go down, dude.
It's only.
I know. Well, next year
you have an asshole businessman for a president in the greatest sport in the history of mankind. The salary cap is not going down. Think about it. Every other sport was schedulely affected by COVID except football. Like, let's be honest. Every single year, all of us completely cry and whine about meaningless preseason games and I just want to see him play. Well, they did exactly that this year. You guys don't even know how good you got it this year until maybe probably like 2-3 games into the season. I notice it because I've been watching it for almost 40 fucking years. LA Original, you probably know too. But eventually you get sick and tired of watching preseason games. You get sick of minicamp. You get sick of the fact that all these major sports networks have so much coverage of these teams where back in the day they didn't. Like, I would only typically see like regular season Chief games. I wouldn't get to see all this awesome YouTube coverage that I get to see now. Like, I can sit here in front of this TV for hours upon hours every single night, going over all 22 film, looking at this. Michael Darcy, you guys know. Andy Rod, you look at it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, there's just never a shortage of Chiefs film to study, where now we're like, this year, I actually think we're spoiled because they skip all that and they just get right down to the nitty gritty. And you get to see, in my opinion, kind of a more raw product where in the past you saw more of a pampered product. Now, that's why you're seeing so many injuries so quick this year, especially with like really good players, like Von Miller. And, I mean, there's more Derwin James, you know what I mean? And that's just the AFC West. I mean, it's all over the league too. But you're just seeing, in my opinion, an actually more of a raw football product where in past years you saw more of like a watered down, like baby powder, dirty diaper kind of product. That's what I like about it now. It's great.
Yeah, it's football.
Trust me. I think this is going to be one of the better seasons that you're going to watch. Trust me. You saw some shitty games last week, but a lot of it has to do with these teams not having a lot of scrimmages and shit like that. But at the end of the day, it makes it more playoff-like to me. Like, these Denver fans are fucking pissed that they lost that game, dude.
Dude, I picked against them, and I'm so glad they lost that game.
Like, they are pissed. Where, like, I think on any other year, they probably wouldn't be so pissed,
Oh, they're going to be even more pissed if they lose to Pittsburgh.
Oh, my gosh, LA, we found one of the 7. We got another Chargers fan in the chat. Do you know who this is?
No.
Raptor Yoppy?
No clue who it is, but thanks for coming to the stream. I mean, LA thinks they aren't going to win either. I mean, he wants the Chargers to win, but I deep down on the inside, LA's like, damn it, we got to
Raptor. You just have to pray, bro. You just have to pray, or go to Buffalo Wild Wings and hit that. You remember that commercial where they hit the button and the field goal kicker
hit the pause.
You remember
button?
that? Yeah. So there you go.
Turn
it
the
happened.
sprinklers on. Wow.
That's probably why he got his leg hurt on that play, because the sprinklers were on.
I just don't think you guys have enough answers on defense for what we have to offer on offense, and I just don't see Tyrod Taylor keeping up with anything that Andy Reid and Mahomes can do.
But I mean, it's the same defense that we had last year, Ureg. Better, in my opinion, because we have a guy like Kenneth Murray and Linval Joseph. So that's why and Tillery looked like a monster in week 1. So that's why I feel that our defense does give us a chance in this game, because Patrick Mahomes is yet to throw for more than 250 yards. And
he didn't have to, dude. We had a 140-yard rusher last week. We haven't had that
against us. That's what I mean. Not what he did last week. I'm saying what he did against us. Motherfucking damn Dodgers.
We rushed more than we passed. I can't remember the last time I saw that. Just the fact that that's even an option is pretty scary to me. If I were a Charger fan, knowing that, now they got a run game.
I hope you guys. I really do hope you try to run the ball, because if you're going into this game plan with that in mind, is just to be a running team out of nowhere now.
No,
I really hope you do, because I think we'll be able to stop the run. Like I said, dude, I watched the highlights of that game, and that was just horrible effort by Houston. They just were not tackling. They really looked like they were not prepared for that game either. Yeah. Granted, it's week 1. I understand that. But, I don't see that, dude. There was a lot of energy on this defense.
Tackling in the NFL has been pathetic over the years anyway. It's only getting worse.
Right. And then now with this freaking lowering the shoulder being a penalty and all that. But, like it looked poor. And I didn't see the Chargers, at least, like I said, at least our defense kept us into that game. If it wasn't for the defense being as strong, and I mean, I just saw Burrow, looked not amazing. But
I think he looked really good. That offensive line in Cincinnati is awful.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So to see what they did against Cleveland, which a lot of people are calling, a sleeper team or whatever.
Cough, Brandon Rodgers. If you're
Brandon Rodgers.
Brandon Rodgers, which he did convince you to, Ureg. I will point that out.
I mean, I'm convinced that they could be a playoff team.
But they look horrible on defense. So, and there's a lot of good talent on that defense. So, again, like I said, I know that was his first game. I know he had a lot of jittery and shit like that. But on a short week for him to play that good, kind of was like, all right, maybe this defense is that good, and we'll see. But again, my biggest concern is Kelsey. We try to figure something out with Kelsey, then I think we have a chance.
Well, he's the safety net. The Chiefs aren't going to go to him right away because they didn't in the last game. They're only going to go to him when they need to. When things start to not go exactly the way they want it to, with drop passes or actually punting, then they'll start to open up with Kelsey. And that's that's typically how it works, but we'll see,
It'll be a Clyde and Tyreek Hill game. Maybe Mecole gets in the offense. Who knows? He didn't even he got 2 catches.
I think so too. I think they're gonna ignore Kelsey.
No. I mean, that hasn't been a big problem for us. I mean, Tyreek Hill is amazing. I'm not gonna deny that, but he doesn't always have the best games against the Chargers. And keep in mind, I can't say it with a straight face, but we do have Chris Harris. So,
I thought we have God. I was like, yeah.
Well, that too. I got my Bible for that. But yeah, we do have, God damn this fucking idiot on the bike. We do have Chris Harris Jr., but that's not helping my argument at all. I know.
I was gonna say, did you see what he did against the Broncos last year
Yeah.
in the snow?
He will not be anywhere near Tyreek Hill. I'll just let you guys know that. He better not be.
I don't think anyone will be anywhere near Tyreek Hill.
Hey, Michael Davis could, he's matched up well with him before, dude. So, Michael Davis is our fastest corner, so he'll probably stick with Tyreek at least for a little bit.
I admire your enthusiasm.
Yeah, thank you. I know you do.
I do. That's what I like about you. You always try to find a positive side to everything, even when you know there's not.
LA does make convincing points. Broncos
you do.
Like,
I'm just teasing, man. You do. I'm just kidding, man.
Well, like I said, anything could happen, man. If the fucking Raiders could beat the Saints on Monday Night Football, which I really don't see that happening.
It's possible.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. I really don't.
But I'm not going to count it out, dude. I mean, anything's possible, but yeah, I don't see it either.
But yeah, I mean, that's the little. Now we don't have a bet going on, but I think the Chargers make it a better game than the Raiders do against the Saints.
Oh yeah, I think the Saints win by like 3 touchdowns.
At least. Yeah.
I think the Chiefs are going to win to 30 something, and the Chargers will probably be somewhere around 20.
Well, thanks for giving me 20 at least.
I got 35.
That could be 17. It could be 18, 19. I know those are rare scores, but it could be one of those. It could be 21. Somewhere around 20. It's hard to pick a final score in football. That's why I never do it. I just say 20 plus, a little over 30. Somewhere in the mid 20s, 14. It's hard to pick football scores.
I'm sticking with my score, man. I think it's going to be 14-20, and we'll miss 3 field goals. And
no way, dude. We're not scoring 20 fucking points.
That's what I'm saying. 20. I'll give you 23. Let's put 23.
It's 25
to 14.
23. You seriously think we're scoring 2 touchdowns? That's it.
3 touchdowns. Oh yeah, 2 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
Now you'll get 3 touchdowns and a safety
or an extra point. Oh no.
You'll go for 2 maybe. But look, I can see something. I'm telling you, dude. Watch. Okay, you read. I don't bet, but we'll see who comes closer. You say 30 plus. I say 20, 23.
Dude, if DeMarcus Robinson doesn't get that ball like kind of jostled out of his hands, I am like dead on in the first game.
I missed it by like 4 points. I think I had 31-21. It was like 35-20.
I just said 40 something, 20 something. And if they just nailed that touchdown with Robinson, they would have had like 41 or 42 points to 24, and I would have been like, shit, right on.
So LA, here's a question for you. Our defense comes out there, told you guys to 2 touchdowns. Let's say 14 points. Are you going to give them some credit, or is it just the Chargers offense? Like, when does the credit start to come in?
I'm sorry, I completely missed that. I don't know if it broke up or what, but I heard you say, what was that?
Okay, so if we can hold the Chargers offense to 14 points, will you come out and say, hey, Chiefs defense did pretty good? Or is you just going to be like, same old Chargers?
No, it's our offense sucks. I mean, come on now. Come on. Guy, if you hold us to 14 points, then it's because our offense sucks. But I will tell you this though, if we do get in a shootout, bro, you guys have to just start admitting that your defense is just not it. Hey, but anyways, guys, I got to get out of here. I got the Laker game. I got to start setting up for that. But it was good talking to you guys, and we are gonna shock the world. And I'll be back in here as soon as you do it. And I'm not talking the Lakers. I'm talking the Chargers will shock the world.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something on Monday.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one, man.
Right, yep,
later, dude.
Later, you Rick.
I don't know what he sees in the Chargers, dude. I have no clue.
After last week, I'm trying to find good words to say, but I can't against the Chiefs. I mean, some other teams, yeah, but I mean,
like I could legitimately see it being like 45-13.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, the Chiefs are that team to easily go into the 40s. Easily.
Well, and
they are that team. And it doesn't matter how good your defense is. Dude, this was decided last year when we played the Rams. I've said this a bunch of times. Or not last year, the year before last year. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think it was like 5 minutes into the third quarter of the Rams game, and the score was 30-something to 30-something. At that point, I'm like, I don't even care who wins this game because we just are that team now that can just blow people right the fuck out, you know? And I just haven't seen the Chargers able to do that unless they're in a game where they're with a team that's kind of on their level. You know what I mean? Like, you can still have shootouts and blowouts and stuff like that, but it's a lot of times it's with two teams that are kind of equivalent to each other, especially on the lower half of the league. You know, I think the Chargers were ranked like 20th after week 1, something like that. You know, that's bottom third. Denver was ranked. Too. Yeah, no, they won. There were teams that lost that got ranked higher than them.
And they shouldn't have won that game. It should have gone to overtime, and who knows what happened then. But
of course, I mean, yeah, you're right. It should have went to overtime, but I mean, what do you do? You know, it just kind of is what it is. I mean, week 1 had to have something freaky happen, and that was it. We just have way too many just playmakers on offense, man. It's like after seeing that foot race between Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman, like their little 40-yard dash that they did, and when they got to the end, Hardman was literally like a half step behind Hill.
And he was letting up, I think, yeah.
Do you understand that? Like, that is just, I mean, you've seen Tyreek and the things that he does. I've seen it too, even when Alex Smith was our quarterback. But now that you have Hardman, oh, man. Dude, we've had 2 luxury picks in a row. Like, Hardman wasn't even supposed to be a luxury pick, but he ended up being one because we still have Tyreek. And it's the same thing with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's a straight luxury pick.
Yep.
Like I said, dude, every single year, top it off. You know why? Because we're the best. And until someone else, Baltimore's close, they just do it in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
They have 3 tight ends and like 6 running backs.
JK is good. I mean, that offense is good, but
that's good. That's going to be a fun game. Too bad it's not prime time.
It's Monday night. It's Monday Night Football, I think.
Really? Chiefs Baltimore? Isn't that next week? I thought it was like a 4:00 game.
No, that has to be prime time.
No way. Really? Let me look this up real quick. But anyway, Baltimore's like really close to kind of following that same beer glass formula that I was just kind of telling you about, where they just kind of top off their offense every single year, get what they think they need, fill those holes, and then just throw the rest of it into the defense, you know?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're right, dude. That is a Monday night game.
Yeah, that's going to be that could be the game of the year. Legitimately, I mean, if both teams play like we think that they could, that's going to be a really good game.
That game. Go ahead.
That game could come down to who gets home field.
It could. That game, I will say, is definitely the game of the year until we witness the game of the year. You get it?
Yeah.
It's going to stay that way until that happens. I don't see any other game on the schedule that anybody really wants to watch as much as that game, other than maybe like I think the Patriots play Tampa.
Or we go down to Tampa. Oh, we play the Saints later this year too.
Yeah, that game too. I don't know what other big games Baltimore has on their schedule.
Nothing. They have
and I don't. Yeah, you're right. They have the easiest fucking schedule.
I don't know who's in charge of making it, but maybe give like the best teams harder schedules just to make sure that they are the best. I mean, that's why it would come down to this week or that week 3 game, because it's like, dude, if we don't win, they have a cakewalk. I mean, it literally could not get easier for them to make it in.
if they win, then we're 2 games back from them. We have to finish with a better record, and we'll be theoretically 2-1. And let's be honest, though, they'd be 3-0.
Yeah.
They're playing Houston this week. They're gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Houston pulls that one out, that will be interesting.
That they should. Deshaun Watson should get MVP if they do that. I mean, he's got no one. So, yeah.
Well, his problem is he has Bill O'Brien.
Yeah,
he's a detriment to the offense, in my opinion, based on his decision making. You saw it in the playoff game last year. You're up 24-0. What the fuck are you doing a fake punt
at like the 20 or like the 40?
It was on your own 40. Like just punt it away and seriously make this team win. But instead, the fake punt failed, and the idea is you want to get a fake punt, and I get the point of what he was trying to do. He was trying to get a first down, but and try and tack on more points and make it a 31-0 run. You know what I mean? But sooner or later your luck runs out. But he's a straight detriment to that team. He's a terrible play caller. I don't think he should be anything more than honestly maybe like an offensive coordinator or like a special teams coach.
I think he's a quarterback's coach, and that's it. Maybe if you even let him around there. But I can't believe that Deshaun Watson re-signed. I think he should have gone somewhere else because, he's not going to win anything there. Not with Bill O'Brien.
I would have made that part of my contract. I would have been like, I'll re-sign if you get rid of this guy.
Literally, he probably has that power. It's the Texans.
He's the future. The coach isn't.
Yeah.
The players play and the coaches coach. Herm Edwards said it best. Coaches can coach anywhere. Teams want specific players because of how good they are. You know what I mean? If you could totally rebuild your entire franchise right here, right now, every single team right now would pick Patrick Mahomes number 1.
Yeah, and if you don't, I don't know what you're smoking, but I'll probably take some of it.
For real.
Lamar, to me, I still see the Ravens as a pretty big threat, even though they haven't beat us yet. But
of course, they're good. That's it.
Yeah, if they get behind, though, I can't see them coming back with the offense that they run. It would be really interesting to see. But we saw it in the playoff game. They got down by 2 touchdowns to the Titans, and they just never were able to recover.
They have to rely on the other team to screw up. You know what I mean? Where the Chiefs can screw up themselves and still overcome it. You see the difference?
Yeah.
The Chiefs can totally tie their shoelaces together, set them on fire, and slip on banana peels and figure out how to win a game despite how good the other team plays. It's like the other team is just there, like just bodies.
Yeah.
But the Ravens, even like in the game that I went to last year, the home opener where we played the Ravens, I got to see that with my own eyes. And the Chiefs, the final score of that game was not as close to what it was or how it felt. And you've heard that expression. The final score doesn't really represent how the game felt. We're getting better and better against them. The first game we played against them, the miracle 4th and fucking 18, whatever, the Tyreek Hill catch halfway across the field. Yeah. That game, we barely won that game. And then the next game, we actually performed a lot better. Whether you want to call it a home or away advantage is one thing, but I'll tell you right now, this year, there is no home field advantage. That crowd noise that they pump into the stadium, that's not affecting nobody.
No.
Those players are not feeling that shit because real crowd noise shakes the whole stadium.
Dude,
that.
There was 15,000 people at Arrowhead, and they said it felt like 90 or 70,000 were there. Maybe it's the way Arrowhead's built. Kansas City just gets loud, dude.
So, my next custom T-shirt is 142.2. You bet your ass there.
Yeah. That's. I wanted to go to the home opener this year, but obviously,
this year's a wash. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Unless it's yes, maybe you could go to a game, but you're going to pay a lot of money out of your ass. A lot of things have to happen. Trump has to win, number one. The vaccine has to get done. The vaccine has to work. The economy has to come back. All this social justice crap has to calm down. You know what I mean? And then at that point, they'll open up all the stadiums again. And at that point, it's going to be towards the end of the year. Ticket prices is going to be twice as much because teams are going to try to make up for lost money. This is just not the year to buy tickets for a game.
Yeah. And like everybody in the building had to probably be wearing a mask. I mean, somebody already got COVID from the game. Like it broke yesterday that somebody actually got it, and then they quarantined like 13 other people. So I hope it continues, but who knows at this point?
It's not as dangerous as you think it is. How many times throughout history has a Green Bay Packers fan or a Chicago Bears fan or a Denver Broncos fan gone to a game in the middle of winter, sat in that seat in the snow, and then gone home, and they end up with the flu? They end up with pneumonia. You know what I mean? How many times has that happened in history? Probably plenty of times. Chiefs games too. Yeah, hell yeah. They're cold as hell in December and January. So I just don't really see the big deal. But, hopefully whoever caught the disease, they get better. You know what I mean? I don't really care what kind of sick you are. I'm hoping you get better.
Yeah.
Obviously, any kind of sickness is a big deal, but just not to the point that, the mainstream media is making it, But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, the stadium was, I watched it, and it did not seem like 17,000 people. It seemed like at least 50 to 60.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see. I mean, I was just happy to have football back because I feel like that brings a sense of normalcy, which we hadn't really seen. So just
we haven't.
See everything back. It's just like, oh, so good. I like, even if there aren't fans for the rest of the year, because Arrowhead, I believe, was still going to let people in. But even if
they're doing it,
fans, I mean, I'd still take it. Like, just to see football back, I'm good with it.
They'll have fans the rest of the year. If they do it week 1, they'll do it the rest of the year. Missouri's a red state. They're gonna want to keep people coming in.
Well, yeah.
Like I said, we got to get through this election first. It's an election year, dude. Everything is messed up right now. I don't know how old you are or how conscious you are of this election stuff, but every 4 years, this fucking world goes crazy.
Yep.
Especially with Orange Man in office. He's like Hitler part 2. You know what I mean? So everybody's fucking gone crazy over this guy.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any faith though, honestly, like in the Chargers winning this game, like at all.
I like how you brought that back. I like how you did that, but yeah, the Chargers aren't going to win this game.
No, they're not, man. They're not. They don't have enough answers, dude. If our 5th string receiver can completely take over a game, which he did last year in the Raiders game, Demarcus Robinson won the game.
That catch.
Yeah, that's our 5th string receiver. That's why when Demarcus Robinson doesn't catch that ball in the first quarter, that defender definitely had his hand in there. I'm not mad at him at all. Because I know that dude can win us games. And then when you just mix in all these other options like Hill, Kelsey, Hardman, Sammy Watkins, and now we have a running game. Oh.
Like I said,
Sammy, go ahead.
We will win the Super Bowl if Clyde performs half of what he did in that game. No one's going to stop us. I mean, if he puts up 50 yards on the ground and we did not see it in the last game. He didn't catch a single pass. No. Nothing. Just all straight handoffs. And he just punished the Texans defense.
Yeah, they're not going to – Andy Reid's not going to open shit up with him until he has to. I feel like he's just going to continuously hand him the ball until maybe that doesn't work. And then they'll try to incorporate probably some run fakes to, generate some pass yards for him where, he can fake a run, Patrick can drop back, and then he can run out into the flat with a couple of blockers and then just do dump off passes to him that way, or, even just typical routes. So you could line him up as a slot receiver or something like that. But if he's going to do power run the way that you've seen with jukes and jigs and jogs and spins and shit, I'm all for it. You don't need to catch a single pass in my book, because we have enough guys that can do that already. Tyreek Hill is the ultimate decoy in the history of the NFL. You literally need 2 guys dedicated to him on every single play, unless it's an obvious run play. You know what I mean? And even like Kelsey, for that matter, is probably the most mismatched tight end that I've seen in a while, probably since like Tony Gonzalez or like Gronk. You know what I mean? Corners have a hard time guarding him, and linebackers aren't fast enough.
I mean, he's massive. He's like 6'6", 6'6", 30.
And he's fast enough to smoke linebackers all day long. Sammy Watkins is a number 1 receiver on 3/4 of the league.
Yeah.
Mecole Hardman is a solid number 2 on every team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill. There's no real reason to really get too far into it, other than the fact, like I said, you have to put 2 guys on him. You have to put a corner and a safety that are like dedicated to him. Otherwise, you get those crazy plays like what you see in the Super Bowl, or like against the Patriots, or even like the Chargers. He can take a simple slant route and go 70 yards to the house.
Yeah, and we didn't even see him last week, dude. I mean, he's just like, yeah, we'll just save him for this game.
We didn't even use him. You're right. We didn't even use him. We used him for 1 touchdown pass, and that was about it.
It's just, well, I mean, like you said, there's just too many things that the Chargers have to stop. They're hurt. Unfortunately, they don't have the pieces to stop them. I mean, even fully healthy, they're not doing anything. They're just, the Chiefs pose so many mismatches that it's not even fair.
Yeah. Offensive line looked good.
Oh.
Mahomes only took 1 sack, and he took it the way he was supposed to take it. He just grabbed onto that ball and said, "Fuck it, this play's over with." I remember that play. He looked good getting sacked.
As long as he gets up, I don't care if he gets sacked. I mean,
yeah.
He'll convert a 4th and 35. I mean, he'll just throw it over the middle to Kelsey. They'll get the 35 and even more. So
yeah,
I don't really care about the yards, because he can make up for that. But yeah, I can't see this game being close. I just can't.
It's his vision. I think that's his ultimate trait, is Mahomes' vision. His ability to literally see everything that's going on the field all at the same time. It seems like he almost always throws to the right guy on every play. And if he throws to the wrong guy, it's usually like a miscommunication, and you can see it in his eyes. Like he's talking to the guy like, yeah, it's my bad. It's like one of them. And then on the very next play is a 25-yard connection that pretty much makes up for it. It's crazy how it happens like that. Like, you're never really worried when he throws an incompletion, or he gets sacked, or we have some shitty play, because within the next 2 plays, we're averaging 15 to 25 yards per play.
Oh yeah, if it's 2nd and long, I was like, all right, we'll get it.
Who cares? Yeah, we'll get it. I ain't worried about it. And even if we punt, whatever, we'll get the ball back and we'll score in 3 fucking plays.
5-yard penalties are meaningless. I mean, I could not care less. Yeah.
That's another thing last week. We looked good with the snot rags in the ref's back pocket. I think we had one penalty.
What was it on? I wonder. It wasn't holding. I know that.
I don't even remember, because it was only 1 penalty. That's usually been like an issue for us, which is why some games are even close in the first place, is all the penalties that the Chiefs racked up last year and the year before. And if we can just keep that a constant, it makes us even harder to beat.
Yeah.
We're already difficult to beat.
If we don't beat ourselves, I mean, good luck.
Like I said, I think that the Chargers are going to get to the point and most teams, for that matter, are going to get to the point when they're playing with the Chiefs is they can only do so much with what they have, to the point where they're kind of just waiting for the Chiefs to make mistakes,
Yeah.
And if we can just eliminate a lot of that, a lot of these games are going to be smooth sailing. A lot of the conversations are going to be like what we're having right now, week after week after week after week after week, which is just nonchalant. We're kicking their ass.
Yeah. I mean, especially if we win that Ravens game. I mean, the Chiefs will probably drop like 1 or 2. I mean, we usually lose one mid-season to a team we probably shouldn't lose to. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we lost to the Bills, even though I think we're a 10 times better team. But since it's like I think it's a Thursday night game and it's like a short turnaround. So I mean,
we're on the road, I think, or something.
Yeah. And I can't remember what
game.
the game is, but it's going to be cold in Buffalo. That's for sure.
I think I got the schedule right here.
But yeah, I just
the Bills 10:15, 8:20 p.m. Yes, because we play the Raiders on 10:11 at 1 o'clock. So yes, that's a Thursday night game on the road against the Bills, and we played the Raiders. Well, it's not that bad for travel, because the Raiders game, we're at home. It's not like you're coming from the West Coast.
Yeah.
And then the next game after that is Denver.
I'll tell you what, from what I saw from the Broncos on Monday, not concerned whatsoever. I'm not like I was concerned before, but we'll beat them by 3 touchdowns now. I mean, unless they can get better on offense, I was not scared from what I saw.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really concerned about any team, to tell you the truth. I mean, honestly, at this point, I think the only people that can beat the Chiefs is the Chiefs.
Yep.
Like I said, with the penalties, just dumb shit, like D forward offsides type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
I'm telling you, the defense is going to get better too. Now, I didn't think that they were that bad in week 1. I think they were pretty good, but they're going to get better, and that's going to make it even tougher to beat us.
Yeah, Spagnuolo, I think, is the reason for that. He brought in just a totally different culture, and I just think he knows how to use these players a little better to their strong suit, where, Bob Sutton just kind of had this vision burned into his mind, and no matter what player he had, he was going to try to make that vision come true. And it was clear that it was only getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Our defense was actually one of the best defenses in the league the year that the Broncos won the Super Bowl back in 2015.
Our offense was terrible, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we just had a quarterback who didn't want to take a chance.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted to game manage. And we were pretty much relying off being, the type of team that was racking up turnovers and basically holding teams to little to no points. But we were putting up little to no points.
Yeah.
And that concept kind of faded away as time went on with Bob Sutton, and I think we got rid of him 2 years too late. I think we maybe could have made an AFC Championship game with Alex Smith if we just didn't have Bob Sutton, but I can't say we would have gone as far as won the Super Bowl or anything like that.
Yeah.
But Steve Spagnuolo, and I think it's a lot more than just changing from a 3-4 to a 4-3 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's more than that. I think it's more culture. I think it's more using players to their strong suits.
He's just a better coach.
Yeah. I mean, how many times did you see Justin Houston drop back into coverage?
Never.
I saw him drop back a bunch of times.
Oh.
Remember the playoff game where he got smoked by Antonio Brown against Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
You remember Justin Houston, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, Bob Sutton would have him drop back into coverage so often. All Justin Houston does is rush the passer. That's all he does. That's like Spagnuolo having Frank Clark drop back into coverage.
Mm-hmm. Well, like having Tano. Tano's like 6'7".
Yes, him too. Yes. Like having him drop back into coverage is probably not the best idea. You want him up front with his huge fucking arms blocking down passes. I want him used like so much more. He is a behemoth of a human being. He just needs to be coached properly and used properly. I hope he turns into something good.
Sutton didn't use him at all.
No, not at all. He didn't
And
go anywhere. He didn't go anywhere near him.
I don't know why. That's just another reason why Bob Sutton had to go. I mean, he just didn't use players in the right way.
Yeah. So that's why I feel pretty promising about our defense. And, I'm not really trying to hear all this noise that LAOG is trying to throw at me about our defense and yada, 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 where I'm looking at our defense on the field and I see pretty decent product, if you ask me.
Village Boy, you got to click the link. Click the link in the...
It's in the chat, dude. I think it's at the top of the chat. Yeah. There's someone trying to get in.
I re-clicked it. Well, since you're here, Urag, we might go over some week 1 picks for the NFL.
Ask me whatever you want. All right, hold on. Let me get this beer's getting close to empty. Let me go get the other one.
Hey, no problem.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
This has been a pretty successful stream, if I do say so myself. Let's see. Village Boy, you got to click the link. And that should take you to backstage, and then I'll let you in, and then we'll go over it. But there you are. What's going on, man? Oh, your mic's a little bit messed up. We can't hear you. You're not on mute. I think it's the headset.
That Village Boy?
Yes, it is. Hold on, now you're on mute.
He's muted.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can. There we go.
How's it going, man?
Good. I don't know if you remember me, but I don't make YouTube videos anymore. I'm on Instagram. I have a fan page now.
Of course I remember you. You're a Chiefs fan, dude. How could I ever forget you?
I just haven't been I left the TTC a long time ago, man. I left it.
Hey, man, it's just cool to see you wearing a red Kansas City shirt and see you smile. That's it, man. That's all I need, dude. Yeah. Whatever's clever, brother.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I guess we can get into it. So last week, I think I might do this next year. I might make like a pick'em league because I went like 13-4. Or no. I went 12-4, and then I won the Browns-Bengals game. So maybe next year I'll do like a pick'ems league and have people send in their picks. But I assume everybody picked the Browns this week, or did anybody?
Yeah, I picked the Browns. I even told you that. I picked the Browns too.
I probably would have picked the Browns.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. I don't think you would have picked the Bengals.
No.
All right. The Jacksonville Jaguars play the Tennessee Titans. I think that Jacksonville got extremely lucky that they played Phillip Rivers week 1. I think the Titans won it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Titans too, just because, they're obviously the better team. I think Jacksonville will be respectable this year. Gardner Minshew will make them they won't be horrible. They won't be the worst team in the league, but they're definitely not going to win this game. So I have the Titans winning at home fairly easily, to be honest. What about you, Chief?
I think Tennessee will win. I think Tennessee is, for the most part, the same team that you saw last year.
Yeah.
I think Jacksonville may end up being that team where you go to your bookie and you just bet against the worst team of the league every single week of the year. Like, it doesn't even matter who Jacksonville is playing. Just pick whoever's playing them.
Yeah.
And you'll probably make money off of it. I feel like Jacksonville will probably be like close to that team where they may end up being like, 2-14, 3-13, something like that. You want to identify those teams very quickly. And what I saw from them last week, for the most part, seemed like smoke and mirrors.
I need them to lose a lot because I have a
You're sounding like a gambler.
I got a $10 bet with a friend that they won't win 4 games, so I need them. Dude, I cannot believe they beat the Colts. Like I thought,
Don't let it ruin your life, dude.
nah, I'm not big into sports betting, but I thought that they
Right.
would at least beat the Jags. Anyway, all right. Second game of the week is the Panthers go to Tampa Bay to play Tom Brady's Buccaneers. Even though Tom Brady looked terrible last week, I think they'll win the game.
Ooh. All right. You got to go with the Buccaneers here, man. You just got to. I just don't see Tom Brady going 0-2. I know he's up there in age. I know he didn't have that great of a game last week, but I think this is a rebound game, and I think they'll beat the Panthers pretty easily. Panthers played extremely well last week against the Raiders. Quite honestly, I picked the Panthers to win last week. But they did pretty good last week. But I just think that the Bucs defensive line will get to Teddy Bridgewater this week, and I don't think they'll have that much success as they did last week. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers here to get back on track.
All right, what do you think, Rag?
I'd go with the Bucs, but barely.
It's possible.
I think the Bucs will win, not convincingly.
Yeah,
that's kind of my gut reaction based on what I saw from Panthers last week and based on what I saw from the Bucs last week. That's it. Bucs will win, but not convincingly.
Ooh, the Denver Broncos go to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. Dude, Denver made me lose a lot of trust. I know it was week 1, but just from what I saw from that offense, I don't trust them. So I'm going with the Steelers at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers at home too. But you got to remember, the Broncos did not have Sutton. He didn't have he wasn't playing on the field, I believe. So that kind of hurt their offense. I don't know if he's playing this week, but even if he was playing this week, I still am gonna go with the Steelers because the Steelers defense is a top 5 defense in the league. I think Big Ben is gonna be pretty accurate this game. Just handle the Broncos pretty easily. I think it'll be close though, because I don't think the Broncos will get run over this game, but I think the Steelers will pull away in the fourth quarter and beat the Broncos pretty easily.
I feel exactly the same. My issue here with this game is Drew Lock on the road in a pretty well-known hostile environment, even though, no fans will be there regardless. There's just a feeling part of it that you can't really get over. Playing in Pittsburgh is a very tough thing to do on the road. Drew Lock's major problem is he doesn't trust himself pretty much beyond 15 yards down the field. Even though he kind of looked okay with that in the first game, it's not one of his strong suits where, like Mahomes makes it look like it's, wing, 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 like it's no big deal. Drew Lock is not really. He's more of a check down Charlie so far.
Yeah.
And Big Ben just has the experience. Ben looked all right last week,
I will add.
He didn't blow my mind.
Let me add really quickly. They interviewed Big Ben the day after, and it said that he felt like he got into a car accident. So maybe that should be a little bit telling that his body might not be able to take it anymore. But
you've known that for years. It's just more relevant or more prevalent now that he's a year older. I can even vouch for that. I'm getting close to 40. My knees are starting to go. So the older you get, the more it hurts. And he's right. He ain't lying when he says that. I think this is Ben's last year for real this time. Yeah. I mean, unless of course he signed for a contract until next year. But whatever contract he's on, I would imagine it's a 1 or a 2 year deal. After this, it's over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Steelers will win.
Also,
not by a lot. I think it'll be a close game.
I will say this though: the Steelers' defense will give Drew Lock fits.
Yeah, I think any defense would give Drew Lock some. Dude, he just overthrew people. I was watching it on Monday. I mean, he was just missing receivers, and maybe it was week one.
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't.
I don't know. I just wasn't convinced by the Broncos last Monday night. I just wasn't. I mean, they barely beat Tennessee. No, I mean Tennessee barely beat the Broncos. I don't know. That seemed like a weird game to me. I don't know. Both teams kind of it felt like a preseason game to me, really. Although Tennessee barely won.
That's because both of those teams tried to lose that game. Tennessee with all the missed kicks, and even the Broncos. The Broncos were missing deep shots to their receivers and just missing opportunities to put points up on the board or put themselves into position to put points up on the board. Both teams kind of wanted to lose that game. Broncos just wanted it more.
Like I said, I wanted to have faith in the Broncos. Well, no, I didn't want to.
I don't know. I don't know, because now the Broncos are going to go 0-2, and then questions are going to start looming. So I actually picked the Broncos to win last week, to be honest with you.
Vic Fangio had some seriously questionable play calling at the end of that game with or not play calling, clock management. I noticed a lot of Bronco fans complaining during that last drive that Tennessee had, where they were not using timeouts to stop the clock.
Oh yeah.
And Denver only had 17 seconds left. You know what I mean? Where if they had just maybe try to push the envelope and maybe extend that to, I don't know, 45 seconds to a minute, you might have been able to put yourself in field goal range. That game was within a field goal, right? I can't remember the score offhand.
It was 15-14.
Do you see what I'm saying here? Like, when a game is that close, dude, like, you got to just, like, Denver prides themselves on defense, you know? Why are you not, like, resting your defense, throwing a timeout just to disrupt the rhythm of the offense? Give your defense a breather. Who knows? Maybe you'll force a 3rd and long and force these guys to, like, kick a field goal or punt or whatever, and then you'll get the ball back with a sufficient amount of time to at least get you onto the other team's, I don't know, 40-yard line to make some Hail Mary kick. But no, he left him 17 fucking seconds with Drew Lock, a guy that's played 6 games. What do you think is going to happen? So I think some of it is on Vic Fangio there.
Oh, for sure.
As far as why they lost.
Yeah. So did everybody pick the
Steelers?
I picked the Steelers.
I think the Steelers will win, but I don't think the Steelers will kick their ass.
No, it should be close. But the next game, the Rams go to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. The Eagles made me mad, dude. They should have won that game. So I think that the Rams beat this sorry Eagles team that is just plagued with injuries. So I think the Rams take this one.
You know what? I'm going to listen to my heart. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. You know why? I just can't. Listen. Doug Peterson has won a Super Bowl with this squad before, and I just don't see the Eagles going 0-2. I know the Rams. I know the Rams are traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast, and that's definitely going to be a factor. This is a 1:00 game. I know the Rams' defensive line is still good. It has Aaron Donald. He's one of the best. Aaron Donald will give this Philly offensive line some trouble. But I just feel like the Eagles will pull this victory out at home. I think Carson Wentz is going to prove all those doubters wrong this game. And I think the Eagles will win in a close game, in a really, really close game against the Rams. I think the Eagles are going to win this at home.
It's very possible. They are at home, and
yeah.
I understand that there are no fans, but just being at home is an advantage.
Yeah,
you're not gonna have the crowd noise, but yeah, it's not. Like I said, that's an interesting matchup because both teams, I think, kind of underperformed in week one. I think could have won by more. I think the Eagles definitely kind of shit the bed, but
and the Eagles showed that they can, like, they were handling the Washington defensive line in the first half. I don't know what happened in the second half. So that, like, goes to prove that they can handle this Rams defensive line, and I think the Eagles will pull this one at home.
what do you think, Urag?
I actually agree with Village Boy. I think the Eagles completely pooped their dirty diaper last week, and Mama came in and is going to change it this time. I think the Rams are just straight posers. I think they are nothing compared to what you saw in the Super Bowl. I think that was a complete fluke. The way that the Philadelphia Eagles team is built is I think personally, one of the top ways that you can build a team. As far as like head coach, quarterback, owner, GM, you know what I mean? Other than the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are clearly the best built team when it comes to their 4 particular horsemen, but the Eagles are up there too. But you're right, Darcy. They definitely got some injuries to deal with. I'm just more of the Rams are just fucking posers.
Oh, I agree.
I don't think the Rams are anywhere near as good as what people think they are, even if they're a shell of themselves from 2 years ago.
What's up, Andy?
Sub Chiefs Palace.
What up, bro?
Bro.
I think the Eagles definitely play with a chip on their shoulder, and they win a close one.
Yeah. All right, Andy, you want to give your prediction on the Rams-Eagles game?
The Rams and Eagles game, like, who do I got winning?
Yep.
I got the Rams winning, actually.
Yeah, I think
because right now the Eagles, they're sort of struggling right now, and then that offensive line, dude, the Eagles' offensive line is so fucking bad. Like, the defensive line of the Washington football team literally destroyed them. I don't know how many sacks they got in total. I believe, how many sacks did he get total on Carson Wentz? Like 8 or 7?
He was on his ass a lot of the game, and he can't do that. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Carson Wentz is a guy that I want him to stay healthy so bad, but if this offensive line keeps performing like that, I mean, he's not going to get to week 8. I mean, he might not even get to week 5. I mean, if he's getting sacked 8 or 9 times a game, I mean, you can't expect any quarterback to stay healthy throughout a season if you're getting sacked as many times as that.
Also, Washington had 8 sacks. Okay, thank you, Moreau. I don't know how you pronounce your name, but anyway, yeah, dude, don't be surprised when I say this. Aaron Donald is going to have 5 sacks on Sunday. Aaron Donald is going to have 5 sacks. Don't be surprised if he does.
That's got to be a record. I don't know if it is, but it's got to be.
Yeah, but don't be surprised if he does. I'm calling it. Aaron Donald is going to have 5 sacks against that fucking trash-ass Eagles O-line.
Very possible. All right, the next game is the 49ers at the Jets. Not much explanation here. Even though it's in New York, it's the 49ers. They're going to bounce back. I think they win this game pretty easily.
Yes, I agree with you. The 49ers in a must-win game. Who would have thought week 2 would be a must-win game for the 49ers? Yes, in a must-win game for the 49ers. They cannot go 0-2 in this NFC West division. They just cannot. So I got the 49ers winning convincingly against the Jets because the Jets are pure garbage, and I don't want to hear any Jets fans say we have hope this season because you guys have no hope. You guys are horrible, trash, garbage. I don't want to hear it. You guys are trash. Okay, you guys shouldn't have not hired Adam Gates in the first fucking place, and I'm just.
You shouldn't hire.
It's true. It's true. So the Jets will get demolished in this game.
You should have no faith in the Jets whatsoever. So I understand that.
I really don't.
All right, Urag, what do you think?
Ditto what Village Boy said, and what you said, and whatever Andy Rod is gonna say.
I assume Andy Rod's gonna go with the majority here, but
I agree with all.
The one thing, hold on. The one thing I want to point out, again, like I mentioned before with Jacksonville, is the New York Jets is another one of those teams where you might want to put your money on whoever is playing against them for the entire year. Le'Veon Bell is hurt. He's out for the year.
He's out for the year.
That's what I heard.
Oh, I did not know that.
He's out for the year. He's hurt, and the Jets are definitely primed to be one of those teams that is 1-15, 2-14, yada yada yada. If you're a betting man, I would put all your money, well, not all your money, but a sufficient amount of money every single week of the season against the Jets, whoever's playing them, and you'll probably make out okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jets lose, Niners win. Who cares what the score is?
Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, I agree with all you guys. Niners are going to bounce back easily. The Jets, they suck. It was terrible for them to trade Jamal Adams. I don't know who idea was it to trade Jamal Adams, but it should be an easy bounce back for the Niners. And yeah, dude, it's going to be a fucking manslaughter for the freaking 49ers, dude. Yeah, give me the 49ers. I believe the Niners are going to score over 50 against the Jets.
Oh my God.
Don't be surprised if they do.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. George Kittle's out though, buddy.
Yeah, but
I don't care. I don't care.
He's hurt, man.
Who gives a fuck if George Kittle is not playing? They're gonna score over 50.
What are you talking about? Some would argue that he's the second best or the first best tight end in the league, man.
Nah.
Dude, Jimmy G could throw a touchdown to himself and beat the fucking Jets. The Jets are not going to win this game, but
yeah, I don't see the Jets getting.
No. I don't think the Jets are going to win. I'm just saying for the sake of scoring 50 points.
Oh yeah, I'm like a 30-point game, maybe 40. I don't know.
Yeah. I think the Niners will kill them. Yeah. Let's agree on that.
Yeah, they're going to slow them.
They're going to kill them.
Just
moving forward.
40. All right, next game. Bills go to Miami. I think I heard that Miami's trying to maybe have Tua start. Maybe he's actually no, I don't think he would start, but he's definitely going to.
Is that a game time decision?
I don't know. They weren't happy with how Fitzpatrick played, so I don't know. Maybe I think they'll probably roll with Fitzpatrick, but I don't think it matters. I think the Bills go into Miami and beat them anyway.
Yeah, I got the Bills. Miami, they're still rebuilding. They'll be there when they be there. I like Miami's future though. Don't get me wrong. I like Miami's future, but they're just not there yet. I do like the Buffalo Bills winning the AFC East this year, and I'm going to stick by that. So I got them beating Miami easily. I liked how Josh Allen played last week. I do like this Bills defense. I think Stephon Diggs was good last week. Also, John Brown. I really do like this Bills offense as well. So I think the Bills will beat the Dolphins pretty easily down in Miami. Yes, in Miami.
Yeah, they're in Miami. All right, what do you
think? Agreed. Totally agreed. I think the Bills are poised to take over the AFC East. It's not going to be in a powerhouse kind of fashion. It'll be more of by the skin of their teeth. Only because I just don't see New England really being what typical New England is. And Buffalo is most certainly on the up and up from what you've seen in previous years. What's his name? Josh Allen?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a strong arm. He knows what he's doing. They need to figure out a little bit more at running back and wide receiver, but I've seen Josh Allen. He's definitely a solid quarterback. I take the Bills in this one.
I mean, you don't like Devin Singletary? I think he's good.
I don't think any of their receivers suck, but let's be honest, considering what we're looking at as a Chiefs fan, you got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Well, yeah.
All right, what do you think, Andy?
Yeah, I agree. Bills, I think their defense is going to be too much for Miami. And I wouldn't say this is going to be a blowout, but I still got the Bills winning in double digits, though. Probably like 10 or 13 points against their division rival. So give me the Bills.
Yeah. All right, next game, Vikings at Colts. The Colts were a team that I wanted to pick because I thought that they were going to be something, but LA Original has been preaching all season long that Phillip Rivers is Phillip Rivers, and I thought that, hey, maybe those running backs are good enough to get the job done. Maybe that defense is good enough, but Phillip Rivers finds a way to just make that team 10 times worse, so I'm taking the Vikings.
This game is really hard for me to pick because last week the Vikings defense was absolutely atrocious. I mean, they gave up almost 500 yards plus to Aaron Rodgers, and the Colts just flat out choked against the Jags, which was disappointing. I'm just gonna have to go with the Vikings here just because I know their defense is not. I know they have a lot of young guns on defense. I think their defense will be respectable this game. I just don't trust Phillip Rivers. He's just getting too old. I mean, he threw 2 interceptions last week and just cost the Colts the game. They were leading, I think, 14. No, they were leading. I think they had a lead in that game. They just choked it at that. I don't know.
So. It was like 17-14 or something like that.
Yeah, 17-14, and they just blew it. I think this game will be close since it's played in Indy, but I think the Vikings will win by like a score 27-24 in a close game. I think the Colts will keep it close, but I think the Vikings will end up winning probably by a game-winning field goal because I just don't trust this Vikings defense, but I think they'll be much better and probably won't give up 500 yards this week.
Not to Phillip Rivers. Definitely not to Phillip Rivers anyway.
Yeah.
Well, if I were to bet money this week, I would not bet this game.
Yeah.
This game is just messed up because both teams pretty much shit their pants last week. But I guess if I had to pick somebody, and I don't even have confidence in this, I would pick Minnesota. And the reason is I don't know why.
I mean,
I really don't know what to say about this game, so I'm just going to pick Minnesota.
It's not bad. I mean, at the end of the day, even if you're like, Kirk over Phillip, I mean, you got to have something, but I don't know. I want the Colts to be a better team, but I think that the Vikings are going to beat them. Anyway, Andy, what do you think?
Yeah, I actually got Minnesota in this game, even though I don't really care about this game because, I still don't trust Phillip Rivers, even if he's in a different team or whatever. Like, dude, he literally shit his pants against the fucking Jaguars on Sunday. Even though the Minnesota Vikings did lose, their defense did look terrible against the Packers. But you know how Phillip Rivers is. He's going to give the game away no matter what. He throws more interceptions than the amount of kids he has, so it doesn't matter. Minnesota.
All right, the next game is the Detroit Lions going to Green Bay. Detroit basically choked last week, had a touchdown, and they just dropped the ball. So I don't think this game is going to be close. I think the Packers win this game by like multiple touchdowns. And honestly, the Packers gave me some hope. I think that they might win that division.
I'm going to go with the Packers here, but remember last year that the Packers played the Lions in Week 17 in a meaningful game because the Packers needed to win to get that second seed. Mm-hmm. And they played David Blau, and the Packers literally almost lost that game last year. I know it's last year, but you do realize that the Lions always play the Packers close. They've been playing the Packers pretty close these past couple of years. But I'm going to go with the Packers in a close game because the Lions always play the Packers close for some strange reason. It's always competitive between these two. But I'm going to go with the Packers here in a really close game. Don't be surprised if the Lions lead late and Aaron Rodgers drives them for a game-winning field goal or a game-winning touchdown. So I'm going to go with the Packers here in a close game.
All right.
I'm going to go with the Packers because the NFL hates the Lions.
I think the city of Detroit hates
the
Lions. Yeah,
Matt Stafford's wife is extremely anti-woke, and the NFL is straight woke right now. So that's even more reason for the NFL to hate the Lions, if that's reason enough. The Packers looked fucking good last week. The Packers look like they are Super Bowl ready last week. But it's week 1. I'll calm down. But let's be real. The Packers are going to win, despite any reason I give you.
You just got to say Lions, and that's enough.
Yeah. Like I said, the NFL hates the Lions.
Yep. Andy, what do you think?
Yep, Packers all day. The Packers, they looked great last week. And then Detroit, they literally choked the lead against the Bears, and I don't know how that happened. So yeah, easy. Give me the Packers all day.
All right, the next game, the Atlanta Falcons go to Dallas to play the Cowboys. The Cowboys, even though I picked them last week, I was actively rooting against them because I don't understand the hype behind this team. It is Atlanta, though. They've got a terrible defense. I think the Cowboys win this game pretty easily.
I think this is a toss-up game, but I am going to go with the Cowboys here. Just because they're at home. I just don't know why. Cowboys and the Falcons, they always play close games for some strange reason. So I am going to go with the Cowboys because I think that Prescott is going to have a big game against this Falcons defense. I think Zeke will have a big game as well. I think this Cowboys defense will finally get to the form that they were back in 2018. And I think they'll be good this game. So I got the Cowboys winning. Yeah, I got the Cowboys winning pretty easily at home.
I have Atlanta winning for entertainment purposes.
Oh, shit.
I hope the Falcons win.
I think Atlanta is absolutely going to win this game. Simply for entertainment purposes, so Stephen A. Smith can smile and Skip Bayless can go nuts. The whole NFC East, in my opinion, is shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have become the AFC South of the NFC, where all four teams, let's be honest, who cares?
Yeah.
Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Redskins. Who cares? Colts, Texans, Titans, Jaguars. Who cares?
You're right.
The only team that I respect out of those two divisions you just mentioned is probably the Titans, to be honest.
I got zero faith in Ryan Tannehill, and all you got to do is overcommit, and you can stop Derrick Henry you want all day long.
Dude, the Broncos held him to like it was 100 yards, but he had like.
That's what I'm saying.
Plays. So
that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like you just have to overcommit, and you can stop. You can stop Derrick Henry, and Ryan Tannehill is Ryan Tannehill. I mean, let's come on.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But I would not be surprised if the Cowboys won. I mean, they have stars. They have a ton of talent. They just need to put it together. I mean, let's be honest. They have a brand new coach. They have Mike McCarthy. He's only played one game with the Cowboys.
Should have won last week.
Yeah, it's football, man. You should win every game.
Yeah.
But I'm going with Atlanta. That's my gut. I don't think the Cowboys suck. For some reason, I just feel like the Cowboys have to deal with some pain before they win.
I don't get the hype behind them, dude. It's not even their fans. Like people who aren't even Cowboys fans, like, dude, the Cowboys, they're gonna be good this year. It's like, dude, they always underachieve. I don't know why they do it.
I would have felt differently if they had won last week.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
Big old dirty diaper.
Yeah. All right, Andy, what do you think?
Yeah, I got the Cowboys because they obviously got the better defense. Atlanta's defense is so fucking terrible. And I think Prescott is going to have a big day against that secondary. So give me the Cowboys on this one.
So, okay. The next game, Giants, Bears. This is going to be the Tank Bowl of the week. I think it's going to be like a very bad but good game at the same time. Trubisky actually looked good last week. For whatever reason, I mean, he came back against the Lions. So I think that the Bears will win this game, and the Giants might be the worst team in football this year. I mean, as Urag said, it's one of those teams that you bet always the other team that is playing them. Who do you think?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Bears. They're going to be a shitty 2-0 team. I'm sorry, they just are.
Oh yeah, they are.
I mean, they're facing the Lions and Giants the first two games of. I mean, come on. So they're winning pretty easily at home. I'm still not convinced with the Bears yet until I see more. The Giants, I just don't know. A lot of Giants told me, I don't know if you guys watched Fitz Vegas, told me the Giants are gonna be good this year. La da da da, blah blah blah. You guys are now probably gonna be 0-2, and then probably going to be 0-3 next week. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I gotta go with the Bears. I just don't know where the Giants go from here. I don't know. Make moves.
That offensive line could not give enough, room for Saquon to run. Like, that is a top 5 back in the NFL, and they're going to ruin him. It's sad almost.
How long do you have to be rebuilding for? You guys have been rebuilding since 2016. It's 2020.
Oh, it's been longer than that. They haven't.
I mean, that's the last time they made the playoffs. Really, 2016.
Did they really make it in 16?
Yeah, they won 11-5.
Wow. That was under old Eli Manning. Anyway, what do you think, Urag?
I think the Bears win by default because the Giants, upper management, their owner, their quarterback, maybe their quarterback, and their head coach. I think upper management has no clue what they're doing in New York. I think Daniel Jones is a decent quarterback, but I think he's going to be one of those quarterbacks that's not going to progress because of upper management. Trubisky just straight up sucks, but the Giants suck more.
It's the tank bowl of the week. Both teams are not good, but it'll make an exciting game.
It's kind of you're right. Yeah. You just said it. It's not kind of like anything. It's just what you just said.
Yeah. It's gonna be an exciting.
That's hilarious. Yeah, exciting bad game.
The Washington football team go to Arizona. I actually wanted to pick Arizona last week. I didn't, but Arizona's going to be good this year. I think that Washington's win last week was a fluke. I think they caught the Eagles off guard. Washington's still a bottom 5 team. They're nothing special. So I think the Cards win this game.
So let me pull up the Cards' next 3 games. So I do have the Cards winning this game. Their next 3 games after the Washington games are the Lions, the Panthers, and the Jets. The Cardinals could potentially go 5-0 these next 3 weeks, and they'll be a shocking 5-0. And I think, I just don't know. I think the Cardinals will probably make the playoffs this year, to be honest. I really like this Cardinals team. I like the addition of DeAndre Hopkins. I like Kyler Murray. I like their head coach. I forgot his name, really. Cliff Kingsbury. I think the Washington defensive front will give them fits, but at the end of the day, I think the Cardinals offense will be too much for the Washington defense, because I don't really like the Redskins, the Washington football team.
They'll forever be the Redskins, dude. I still call them that by accident.
Yeah. The Washington football team's secondary is not that good. So I think Kyler Murray will probably give this Washington football team some fits because he runs around, he's mobile. So I think the Cardinals will probably win this game pretty easily, just because I don't really trust the Washington football team's offense that much. I think their defense will probably keep them in the game in the first half, but I think the Cardinals will probably pull away in the second half. So I have the Cardinals winning.
I think, well, before Urag goes, funny stat of the day, the Washington football team is first place in that division. If 2020 was not a crazy enough year, the 1-0 Washington football team leads that division. All right, continue.
That is funny. based on what I saw last week, I think the Cardinals are the redheaded stepchild of the Chiefs. They're trying to copy us, and it worked.
Yeah.
Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, they're
Dude, they played the Niners, and look what they did. They're like our little adopted brother. Like, let's be honest, if the Chiefs played the Cardinals, who the hell do you think would win? But based on what you saw last week, look, I don't know if you guys have figured it out by now, but I'm a huge eyeball test kind of guy. I don't really care so much about stats. I care about what I see and the feeling that it gives me in my soul. And what I saw from the Cardinals last week was like a little baby boy Chief. So I definitely think they're going to win. I don't think they'll kill Washington because I think Arizona is definitely going to be prone to more mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're a young
team. Kind of like Washington, but like you said, Mike, I feel like Washington got kind of caught in a good situation last week with Philadelphia kind of shitting their pants. You know what I mean? With Pete running down their leg. I think the game will be close, but I think Arizona will win.
Yeah, dude, Arizona, they're a fun team to watch. Like,
yes, like the Chiefs, dude. Yeah.
Let's go down and watch Kyler throw it up to D-Hop.
Yes.
I enjoy that. Okay, here's the game we've all been waiting for.
Real quick, are we still on 1 o'clock games, or are we on the 4 o'clock games yet?
I think we're into 4 o'clock.
We are the 4 o'clock games. Yeah, because the game that we're all waiting for, Chiefs Chargers. We've been covering this for the last hour and a half, but Chiefs win this game easily. Chargers have no answers. Chiefs just do everything better. I can't see the Chargers winning this game. I think we win this game by like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, you gotta go with the. There's no brain. You gotta go with the Chiefs, man. Our defense. You do realize our defense is kind of a top 10 defense. Last year, we gave up, I think, 19.1 points. I think we're tied seventh in points allowed last year. So our defense is not as shitty as most people think.
That's the only stat that matters, by the way. But go ahead.
Yeah.
People don't realize, man, we give up yards and stuff. I don't care about yards. As long as we're only giving up 19.1 points per game, I am fine by it. And that was 7th in the league last year. And people don't realize that. So I think our defense is going to be good this game. I like the rookie, Snead. I really do. I really like him. He played an excellent game last week. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's going to have a big game. You already know Mahomes going to do his thing. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, DeMarcus Robinson, even though he dropped that ball last week. Still love him. I think the Chiefs' offense will be too much for the Chargers because the Chargers, once again, they don't have Derwin James. He's not out there. The Chargers, they also lost Mike Pouncey for the year as well. So Chris Jones, Frank Clark, they're going to have a big day. They're going to get to the quarterback. They're going to get to Tyrod Taylor. I know he's mobile, but Frank Clark is really good off the edge. He's very fast. So I think that the Chargers are in for probably beat down this game. So this game's not going to be close. So you already know the Chiefs are going to probably blow out the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to do the whole beer glass thing again, Michael Darcy?
No, you're good. I mean, you can.
Okay, thank you. No, I'm good. I'm married. She'll get mad at me, if you know what I mean. That's a lot of beers really quick. Yeah. Village Boy, if you want to know what I'm talking about, when the stream is over, just go back to the beginning and you'll see my beer glass reason of why the Chiefs are the Chiefs.
Yeah, actually, URAG did his best science experiment and showed us why
yes.
why the Chiefs are just by far and away a better team. Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I can't see the Chiefs losing this game. It's a win. It's a winnable game, and it's a very winnable game. But
yeah, I mean, I could see Keenan Allen probably giving us issues, but I think Tyrann Mathieu and Juan Thornhill will probably hold down the secondary for the most part. They'll definitely help Snead out on the edge, like on the island and stuff like that. But overall, I just don't see the Chargers matching points with the Chiefs because the Chiefs are going to get their points somehow. They will get their points, so it's not going to be close. But
go ahead.
I mean, yeah, although we do play the Chargers tough, I don't know. I just didn't really like their performance against a Bengals defense that's not really that good. They only scored 16 points and they barely won. They barely beat the Bengals. If Randy Book didn't miss that kick. So I just don't trust the Chargers.
Getting unplugged.
So I gotta go with the Chiefs, obviously.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. From a story standpoint, the Chiefs are not going to lose this game because next week you want a 2-0 Chiefs against a 2-0 Baltimore. Enough said.
For sure. Yeah, I mean we've covered this for the last hour. It's Chiefs all day.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be close.
I'm not going to repeat myself. Village Boy, if you want to know what I said, just like I said, just watch the stream over again. We already talked about this with a Charger fan too, by the way.
Yeah. The important thing is the Chiefs win this game easily. All right, next game, Baltimore goes to Houston. I mean, I guess this is going to be entertaining. I don't think Houston's going to put up much of a fight. We talked about Deshaun Watson being trapped in a Bill O'Brien offense, but dude, I think that the Ravens win this game easily. I mean, we saw it last year. I think it was in Baltimore, but they still just destroyed the Texans. It wasn't even close. So I think the Ravens win this game pretty easily.
You know, this is just unfortunate. I really do feel sorry for the Texans. I mean, look at their schedule. They have to face us, then the Ravens, and then next week the Steelers, and the following week the Vikings. Like, who the hell made this schedule for the Texans? This is the worst schedule that you could probably ask for. And on top of that, I do feel sorry for Deshaun Watson. I really do. I like Deshaun Watson. I really do. He's an amazing quarterback, but like, god damn, he's trapped with Bill O'Brien. Like, holy shit!
And there's no one to help him.
He has no everybody to help him. Like, what are you doing trading Deshaun? Okay, let me say this. What in God's name was he thinking when he traded Deshaun, DeAndre Hopkins? Like, I don't know what he was doing. I just don't know. And on top of that, this Texans defense is not that good at all. They couldn't stop the run against us, and they sure as hell ain't going to stop the Ravens' running game either. So I got to go Baltimore here, and probably not even a close game because for some, I don't know, Deshaun Watson is not going to probably do good this game because the Ravens' defense is for real. The Ravens' defense will give him fit, and he's going to be running for his life once again this game, trying to make something happen. And I just feel so bad for him. Like, Bill O'Brien probably needs to get fired, honestly. He's probably going to get fired midway through this season if the Texans do start 0-4 or probably 2-6 or something like that. So I just don't have any trust in this Texans team. I have them going 7-9, probably 6-10 this season. Deshaun Watson will probably get them a little bit of wins here and there. But ultimately, Bill O'Brien needs to be fired at the end of the year, ASAP.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Village Boy pretty much just said it. The only thing that I can possibly say that's positive for Houston in this game is I think Houston has a better chance of beating Baltimore than the Chargers have a better chance of beating Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's about all I can really say that's positive for them. Other than that, I mean, you know, we kind of covered Houston earlier. Bill O'Brien is just destroying this team through bad play calling, bad clock management, just bad decision making, period. And yeah, 2-0 Baltimore versus 2-0 Kansas City from Monday Night Football. What else can I say, gentlemen?
Oh, it's going to be exciting. I cannot wait to preview that.
Like you said, like you said, and then what I said. It is the game of the year until we watch the game of the year.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Deshaun Watson is stuck with that, but yeah, I think that with or without Bill O'Brien, the Ravens winning that game easily. So The next game, the final game, Sunday Night Football. Well, it's not the final game. The final game on Sunday is Sunday Night Football. The New England Patriots go to Seattle to play the Seahawks.
Woo!
Patriots looked okay. I'm not going to lie, but it was against the Dolphins. I think the Seahawks are the best team in the NFC. I think the Seahawks they're my Super Bowl pick, but I think the Seahawks win this game in a close game in Seattle.
I got the Seahawks. The Patriots will keep it close. Their defense is still for real. Although they lost a lot of key players due to opt-out this year, I think their defense will keep it close. Ultimately, I think the Seahawks will win by 10 points. Cam played pretty efficient, not great, efficient last week. But going up to Seattle, although there's probably not going to be any crowd up there, so it might be a little bit easier for the Patriots. But I still think it's hard to beat Russell Wilson at home on Sunday Night Football, especially because I remember, I think 2 years ago, the Chiefs went up there to play the Seahawks on Sunday Night Football, and we lost that game. But it's so hard to beat the Seahawks up there, especially in prime time. So I got to go with the Seahawks at home.
Yeah.
Okay, Seahawks Patriots, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's a good game. That's a great Sunday football game.
Yeah. This game is perfect for the time that it's going to be played. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Okay, a little upset. I like it. I mean,
yeah.
To be quite honest with you, either pick, I understand. Because I don't. Yeah.
For some reason, I think Seattle will finish the season better than the Patriots, but I feel like this is a game where the Patriots can win. I don't know. It's just my gut. I don't know how to explain this one. I honestly, fellas, I don't know how to explain this one, but for some reason, my gut wants to go with the Patriots. But like I said, at the end of the year, I feel like the Patriots still won't win the division. I feel like Seattle is probably one of the better teams in the NFC. I just think it's a tight spot for Seattle. They got to play under the lights. Belichick is used to that. Cam is feeling kind of high. Sorry, Brandon Rodgers.
All you got to say is Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick and Cam Newton. That's really all you got to say. And I think it's going to be a close game regardless. I wouldn't be shocked if the Patriots won it. I mean, that's just – I hope that team just dies. Like, I don't want them to be good, and I think that we need them to lose a lot this year, but also not enough to the point where they can get a good quarterback. But no, I think that this is a good Sunday Night Football game, that's for sure. All right, the final game of the week, the New Orleans Saints go to Las Vegas. Still have not gotten used to saying Las Vegas, but they play the Raiders. I just think the Saints are going to overpower the Raiders. The Raiders don't really have much of a defense, or at least what we saw last week. I mean, even though Michael Thomas is going to be out for this game, I'm taking New Orleans. You got Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Jared Cook. I think it's Jared Cook. The tight end. I don't know. It's just the Saints offense is light years better, and I just can't see the Saints losing this game. I think it's gonna be a blowout. I got the Saints winning this game like 35-14.
You know,
oh boy.
Dare I say it? I don't know. I just smell an upset. I just don't know, man. Like
Ash Raider, if you're lurking, you better get in right now.
I smell an upset, man. I smell an upset, and I don't like to pick a division rival. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I think the Raiders might beat the Saints this game just because it's their first game in Las Vegas. I don't know if they're having any crowds. I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either.
Michael Thomas hurts the Saints offense. I seen Drew Brees play without Michael Thomas, and it's not that it's hard. It's very hard for Drew Brees to not have Michael Thomas as a weapon. I know he still has Alvin Kamara, but for some strange reason, I just wasn't convinced with Drew Brees' play last week. I just wasn't. I know they beat the Buccaneers last week, but I just think that the Raiders might pull up an upset here in a very close game, probably be like 31-28, and I just feel like the Raiders were gonna win. I don't want the Raiders to win, but something tells me in the back of my head the Raiders are just gonna win this game. I don't know why. I just don't know why. But it could be a blowout by the Saints, but at the same time, the Raiders could probably win this game. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders 28-31. I just have a strange feeling that the Raiders are probably gonna beat the Saints.
I mean, if Ash Rader's still listening, I'm sure he's very happy to hear that. But what's up, Odin's child? What's your thoughts, Urag?
Saints barely.
Really? So we got a
barely
blowing them out. You got a close game in favor of the Raiders, and then Urag has a barely win.
I have a close game in favor of the Saints. Only because of who the Raiders played last week. I think the Panthers are just a mess of a team. I think the confusion of week 1 is the only reason why they scored 30-something points. Don't get me wrong, the Raiders are good. They have a good offense, but they're just that team that's just...
Yeah. I mean, the Raiders, they'll win games that they're not supposed to win. I just don't... Yes. For some reason, this game is one of those games where, oh shit, the Raiders. I
wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders won this game. I really would not be surprised if the Raiders started off 2-0 and were feeling all high on ecstasy and whatnot. But I don't know. I mean, the Saints are the Saints, man. The Saints are fucking good, dude. And yeah, the Saints did. I'll be honest, they did look a little shaky against Tampa last week. They should have probably beat Tampa by a lot more than what they did, considering what Brady put up. But my gut goes to the Saints. I mean, the Saints are one of my Super Bowl picks at the end of the year. Yeah. My other Super Bowl pick is kind of looking pathetic right now, and I even picked against them this week, which is the Cowboys. But like I said, if the Cowboys had won week 1, I probably would pick them this week. But the Saints, I don't know, man. I feel like the Saints are trying to take that next step this year to get past all the bad officiating, the shitty calls, the just not performing in the big game.
I wanted to pick the Saints to go to the Super Bowl, man, but I just can't do it. I keep picking them every year, and I'm not picking them again this year. Because
the question is who are you picking over them?
I think the Seahawks gave them more money.
There's your confidence because you didn't tell me right away. If you had full confidence that there was a team that could totally be better than the Saints, then you would have told me right away. Here we are again, and you still haven't said a team yet. Who is it? I feel like Mike Darcy wants to pick Seattle.
I think it's Seattle.
Is packed. It was either the Saints or the Seahawks, but I had to go with the Seahawks because just
right.
I trust Russell Wilson. Drew Brees. I really love Drew Brees, but he's just there's bad luck. There's just bad luck on the Saints. I don't understand. So
yeah, they've been screwed.
Like you said, Chiefs Palace. I want to pick the Saints every year. I picked them last year, and it never works out. I mean, hopefully this is the year because I think this is Drew Brees' last year.
If they get screwed over again, they're not going to go back to the Super Bowl for a long time. So I'm sorry. So,
I mean, I think that they are the best team in the NFC right now, the Saints, and I think it's Saints, Seahawks. I think that those are 1 and 1A, and then you got the Packers impressed me. Like I don't think that defense is that bad.
I don't know. The Packers, they just I
think Aaron Rodgers is on a mission this year, dude. I mean,
although they were impressive, dude. You can't deny how impressive they were.
Impressive.
I don't care who they were playing. They were the only team that scored 40 plus in week 1. from what I saw, right? Nobody else scored 40 points, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mahomes didn't even do that. I mean, Mahomes would have done that if fucking DeMarcus Robinson. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying. Like, let's be honest. Like this football league that you're seeing right now is points. That's why you see Chief Urag not really giving a shit about defense most of the time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest, you just points. That's why I kind of like Village Boys pick with the Raiders, because the Raiders can put up some points.
Yeah.
It's Kendrick's defense, though. Stop.
I think when John Gruden first came to the Raiders, they were like a smash mouth football, and they totally changed that, because smash mouth is not going to work in this league. You're going to get blown out if you play smash mouth football. So
you got to be finesse.
Yeah, you have to be finesse. Although, I don't know, the Chiefs don't really play smash mouth football. They can, but
they can now.
Yeah,
it seems like it. We'll see. We'll see how this kid does. I mean, I don't want to overdo him too much. I mean, if this dude is literally getting 25 carries a game, there's a problem, because Mahomes is just a prodigy, man. We don't have a quarterback who's throwing fucking no-look passes for no reason, dude. Are you kidding me? We can't have games where we're constantly going more run than pass.
No.
I feel like they were just trying to really, really see what Clyde Edwards-Helaire had.
It seemed like a preseason game. It felt like a preseason game for us, just to see if this guy was really worth it. Because I mean, Mahomes could have
take over.
He could have destroyed the defense if he wanted to. He just gave the ball to Clyde Edwards just to see what the kid can do, and he was very impressed. I mean, Mahomes threw 211, not that much, 3 touchdowns. He could have thrown more, but he wanted to see what Clyde Edwards-Helaire was made out of, and apparently we have another weapon. Hopefully,
just think. I mean, I think Mahomes finished the game with 250 yards passing, something like that. If DeMarcus Robinson just catches that pass, that's almost 300 yards passing with 4 touchdown passes. Think about that.
Mahomes isn't even playing to his full capabilities.
Do you see what I'm saying? And that's with that one play to DeMarcus Robinson. You remember that, guys. If he just catches that, that's another 40 to 45 yards and another touchdown pass. So Mahomes would finish with not a 92 passer rating. He'd have a 98 fucking passer rating. Almost 300 yards, no picks, a completion percentage of 70 plus, 4 touchdowns with a running back who rushes for $140 on 20 something carries and a touchdown.
Oh, man.
Are you kidding me?
Mark my words. I know LA is, the Chargers always play Mahomes close. They always play good defense on him. But dude, I think Mahomes goes off in this game. Mark my words, I think he's going to throw 350 plus with 3 TDs at least. I think it's just going to be unfair because now the Chargers defense is going to be like, oh shoot, we got to stop the run. And when you commit to that, watch out. I mean,
you can't stack the box against Mahomes. Everybody has tried it and you can't do it. You can't stack the box against Mahomes. And another thing you can't do is overly blitz him either. He's good under pressure, and if you stack the box, you're leaving Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce to just run across a whole bunch of real estate. What do you think is going to happen?
Not going to be good for the Chargers, I'll tell you that.
No.
Okay, so the Chargers, they can't commit to it because Clyde Edwards-Helaire will probably eat them up. So they can't stack the Bucks because he's good. Okay, so
like I said,
fellas, what the Chargers do. I don't know.
It has nothing to do with defense. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, what defense can you realistically design in the modern world that can compete with what the Chiefs offense puts on the field every week?
They need 22 players.
Yeah, exactly. So what? People think I'm crazy when I say this, but defense just doesn't really matter. You have to put an offense on the field that is up to or equivalent to what the Chiefs have.
I mean, that's why
That's
the
it.
only team in the AFC that will probably give the Ravens the Chiefs issues is the Ravens. And even then, like, I don't know, because I just don't trust Lamar.
Dude, you
He's a
saw
good
what we
quarterback.
did to the Rams 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I said this earlier in the stream. The Rams defense 2 years ago was the best defense like ever. No, I'm just kidding. But it was really good. You know what I mean? It was an awesome defense, and we put up 50. Like, so anybody else that has a defense that's thinks they're good, we come into the game and we show you that, yo, you got problems. I don't know any other way to put it, fellas. I mean, until this league catches up with our offense, I'm telling you, defense just it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, unless your defense is the 1985 Bears, where you can just stop everything. I mean, like you said, you're gonna have to be able to score points to beat like any of the good teams. Ravens got to score points. Chiefs got to score points. Seahawks got to score points. I mean, at this point,
but the Ravens can't play from behind. That's the thing; they can't.
Yeah,
once they're down by like 14 points, they start panicking. They can't do like we can.
It's
be
because
down
they're forced to pass. They're forced to do nothing but pass. And Lamar Jackson is not. He's not a real quarterback. He can't throw the ball downfield, and that's why the Chiefs have responded defensively with nothing but defensive backs like Thornhill, like Charvarius Ward. What's the guy's name? Rashad Fenton. He was the number one dude from the XFL.
Rashad Breeland.
Yep. The Chiefs are responding accordingly by just loading up on the back end. Yes, they're all rookies, and yes, they're all question marks, but what I saw last week wasn't too bad.
No, not at all.
So
Snead, I really love Snead. He played really well.
He played awesome, dude. He covered fucking not Fuller, but
Stills. Kenny Stills.
Yeah, Stills. Yeah, he covered that guy, man, and he covered him great all day.
Mark my dude. We didn't even get to see Willie Gay. He didn't even play.
I know. He barely played. I was glad to see Ben Neiman though. Ben Neiman has got some ferocity to him. That dude wants to be there. He wants to play.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about what's his name?
Ben Neiman had the most snaps out of all the linebackers, and we looked decent. I mean, they had that one drive where what's his name, Duke or Johnson or whatever, he tore us up for like one drive, and then after that, their run game was shut down. After that, Ben Neiman had the most snaps last week. He's like he's just some white boy that you wouldn't even notice, but he's fast as fucking hell, and he's always on the ball.
Willie Gay will get the start this week. I really
hope he does. But anyway, what was your question?
Oh,
it was
I was just wondering. Do you guys feel Hitchens should lose his job or
we're paying him too much money? Can't now.
I just don't trust the weakest part of our defense, linebacker. Obviously, I mean,
yeah,
it is.
It's stopping the run.
Yeah,
historically, it's stopping the run.
Yeah, we can't stop the run. It's been a long time since the Chiefs ever stopped the run. I don't know when it was. We give up a lot of rushing yards, but I think we did a decent job last week. I think we'll do better this week, but I really want to see Willie Gay play. I really do. I loved him coming out of Mississippi. I watched him.
He's fast.
Yeah,
he's a sideline to sideline kind of linebacker, which is what we need right now. We need pure speed in the backfield.
Dude, he's just a monster. I mean, he's just fast, athletic, hits hard. I mean, he's going to take over that job very soon. But I'm going to step out for a really quick minute. But before I go, do you think that this Chiefs secondary, with all the injuries that we've suffered, is going to be able to progress through the season? I mean, I think we're going to get some guys back, but Rashad Breeland is out with his suspension and Ward is injured. So just give me your thoughts on that.
I think the secondary is fine because Juan Thornhill is easing up. easing his way back into the lineup after tearing his ACL last season. Tyrann Mathieu, I don't know why people call him overrated. He's one of the best safeties in the league. He really is. So he will hold that area of the field down. Snead, I think he could be progressive. I think he's going to be really good. I loved him last week. I think he can improve on some things, but I think he's going to improve every single week, and I think he might take Rashad Breeland's spot next year. Who knows? Fenton, he was really good last year. Ward, he was good until he got injured. He'll probably be back soon. So I think our secondary is fine. We didn't give up that much points last year. I think our secondary is improving every single year, and I think we're fine in the secondary. I really do.
Let's see.
What was the question again?
How do you think the Chiefs secondary will perform with some of the injuries?
That's the first time I've said that tonight, so you got to give me credit.
Yeah.
Charvarius Ward, he is a simple hand injury. Yes, it's a broken hand, but it's kind of one of those injuries where you might be able to play with it if you just wrap him up in a cast. Because I mean, at the position that he plays, let's just be honest, you're just trying to wrap a body and just kind of go like this. You know what I mean?
As long as your legs work.
Yeah, exactly. Rashad Breeland, he'll be back when he's back. Until then, whatever. Let's be honest. This Chiefs secondary is completely held together by Tyrann Mathieu. He is one of those types of players that makes others players around him better. The Chiefs wanted him the year before last year, but Houston ended up getting him. And things just didn't work out over there. Brett Veach was interested in him a year before we actually got him. But Houston outbid us. So luckily for the fact that Houston didn't keep him, and now we have him, because he's awesome, man. He keeps everything moving. He keeps players hot. He keeps players attentive, in control, and ready to go. So as far as like all the other guys that play around him, like Thornhill and Snead and all the new guys like Fenton and whatnot, I'm just not really too worried about it until there's something to actually worry about, you know? What I saw last week from the secondary was fine. I mean, let's be honest, we were at 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and we were up 31-7. We started playing soft coverage, so whatever the hell they were doing, it was working, you know. The secondary moving forward, I mean, let's just try to stay healthy, you know. That's all I can really say.
Now, if we start getting injuries to like key guys like Tyrann Mathieu, Juan Thornhill, those like, then yes, I'm gonna start worrying, because we can all. I don't need the defense to be looking like the 2018 defense, right? So you got to keep those guys healthy.
Okay, now we've been doing this for a while.
I got to run, man.
Yeah,
but it's been nice chatting. I'm sure whoever or whatever will go live over the weekend, and we'll be celebrating a victory. And I'll talk to you then.
All right. Thanks for coming by, you Reg.
Have a good night, fellas.
You too.
All right, Chiefs Palace, do you have your final thoughts or anything else to say?
No, I don't. I think it'll be a good weekend of football. I think week 2 will probably be some upsets, some games that you just already know what's probably going to happen. But like I said before, I'll say it again. It's gonna be hard to stop this Chiefs team this year, because we finally have a running back. Last year we did not have a running back that could take pressure off Mahomes. So since we have that running back, it's gonna be hard to stop us now.
Yeah, I agree. And thanks so much for coming on. But my final thoughts are the Chiefs beat the Chargers in Los Angeles by a final score of 35-17. And the Chiefs advanced to 2-0 on the season. If you guys like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more Chiefs content. If you guys like the Chiefs live streams, I'm okay with doing it. I think that we're going to do it every Friday night. We'll do the preview of the upcoming game, and then just like what we did earlier, we'll go over all the other matchups throughout the week. But thanks so much for coming on, Chiefs Palace, and where can the people find you?
People can find me on my Instagram because I don't do YouTube no more. I focus on my fan page that I have, and it has 3K followers, all Chiefs fans. So you can find me. My username is my name right here, Chiefs Palace, and you'll see me. So all you just gotta do is type in Chief Palace on Instagram, and my name will pop up, and that's where you follow me. I do a lot of post game. I post updates about the Chiefs. I post game time, game scores, previews, and picks as well. So I do a lot of things on that Instagram page. So
yes,
yeah,
sir.
follow
So
me.
for the best things Chiefs, follow Chiefs Palace on Instagram. You can also follow me on Instagram. That's KC_sports report. And thank you, everybody, for spending your Friday evening with me. And I will be back here Sunday afternoon to break down the Chiefs win over the Chargers. Thanks for everybody for coming by, and I will see you this Sunday.